You are now rocking with the hottest boxing podcast in the land. True Media Boxing Radio with your host, Coach Malachi Williams.
True.
For the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world, ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
Yeah. What's up, man? It's our boy, Coach Malachi Williams in the building. We back. True Media Boxing Radio. We back in this BIH, man. Back in the mix. You know what I mean? It is what it is, man. Another day. I think the day is Wednesday. Yeah, the day is Wednesday. We're going to have a really, really good show. I can damn near guarantee you that. It's going to be a really, really good show, fam. You know what I mean? It is what it is, man. Everybody's still, reeling off the news of what's going on with Showtime. Shout out to Byron Longmire. Salute to you, fam, for becoming a member. I really appreciate you, fam. Let's give him a round of applause. I just lost my train of thought. We had, it was something I wanted to tell you guys, but I'm not at liberty to say it right now. I just thought about it. A lot of stuff coming down the pipe, man. A lot of things coming down the pipe right now, man. It's very, very good for the platform. We know we're going to do our part in pushing this thing that we call boxing. Hold on, guys. Sorry about that. We're going to do this thing that we're going to do our part in pushing this thing that we call boxing. We're going to make it do what it do regardless. You get what I'm saying? And this is why I tell you guys, right? You know, as a content creator, especially in boxing, as a content creator, you got to be bigger than the hold on, let me make sure you guys can hear me. As a content creator, you got to be bigger than the actual, I don't want to say sport itself because we cover the sport, but as a content creator, you have to be bigger than the person that whoever you may bring on the show. It doesn't even matter. The reason why is this here, right? You have to establish your own brand, your own brand, right? And you got to be very, very careful about how you build that brand, right? So, and that's if you are into brand building. And since I am into brand building, there's a certain brand that I'm building over here. You know what I mean? What we gonna do, bro? Like again, we finna change the game. That's what we finna do over here. I'm just saying. But let's give everybody a round of applause. I'll let you know. I'll keep everybody posted. I will keep everybody posted. But anyways, let's get into the show. Now, oh boy, I got a title for a video that I came up with today. Shout out to Monty. I got a title for a video that I came up with today, man. And Lord have mercy, boy. This is a hell of a. As a matter of fact, I got this hat on. Let me go ahead and turn this light up a little bit. I think this light is a little too bright. Hold on, I think this bright light is a little too dull. All right, cool. We're going to turn that one up. And I probably need to turn this one up too. Hold on, guys. I think my OCD don't kicked in. Y'all know I'm bipolar and got HDD, so. What I say, HDD? I meant to say ADD. You know what I mean? Y'all know I'm bipolar and got ADD, man. Y'all know what time it is, man. Shit. It is what it is. Now, I haven't been clinically diagnosed. I diagnosed myself, right? And I done burned 2 joints before the show started, so it is what it is. Anyways, shout out to, who we got? Leonardo? Somebody just gave a super chat. Shout out to Leonardo. Hey, okay. For dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Yeah, I'm on that good, boy. I'm on the stickiest of the icky right now, boy.
The stickiest of the icky.
You want to smoke with the old boy, Rick James?
He said, Coach, did you see Regis, Coach call the Haney's Vultures waiting on the weakest link to fight? That's the Mayweather green print in motion. I saw that yesterday. I think, was it yesterday or the day before yesterday? They had a press conference. The press conference was really boring. Regis Prograis didn't say nothing. Devin Haney, Bill. I think the best part of the press conference was Regis Prograis' trainer in Bill Haney. And that's what I do like about Bill. Bill can talk and he can put it out there with the best of them. So that's what I like about it. That's what made it good. But other than that, the shit ain't even worth talking about, to be fair. It ain't worth. I am excited. I wasn't gonna say I'm excited to see the fight, but the press conference was kind of a dimmer to me. You get what I'm saying? So it is what it is. Shout out to L Harvey in the building. Shout out to my sister Food Revolution. Shout out to Gert. Shout out to L Harvey. Shout out to Shad 1419. Who else in the building? Knockdown 305, Jeff Lucietta, Jamie Rivera, Jason Phillips, G5 Weeze, etc., etc., etc. All right, cool. Let's get ready to get into the show. Now, what's the ripple effect? The ripple effect. Will Showtime's departure, or how will Showtime's departure, so to speak, you know what I mean, affect Crawford, Canelo, and Spence future fights? What do I mean by that? Crawford has one more fight. He's supposed to fight rematch Errol Spence. More than likely, that's going to be a TBC, Terence Bud Crawford Promotions, like last time. Man Down Promotions, like last time. Tom Brown Promotions, like last time. And slash PBC, right? So PBC don't have a network. Now we know why Crawford and Spence fight hasn't happened. It's not happening in December. Steven Espinosa was doing a lot of pump faking, but the fact of the matter is he knew that, hey man, we ain't gonna be around long enough in order to see this fight go down over here on this network. More than likely it's not gonna happen on that network, right? Showtime. So and that's it. So now they're talking about February. February, where? Where is it gonna happen at? Who knows? I don't know, right? So we're going to find out. Of course, Saul Canelo Alvarez has a partnership with the PBC as well. He has 2 more fights over there. He had his fights with the network Showtime. Since Showtime parent company has folded them like a lawn chair, the sports division. Now, who is Canelo going to fight next? More than likely a PBC fighter. And where is he going to fight next? We don't know. We hear speculations about Amazon Prime. I heard speculations about BLK Prime, and I heard speculations about Optimus Prime. You get what I'm saying? So between
You just sit here, you don't know what I'm talking about?
So between BLK Prime, Amazon Prime, and Optimus Primes, those are the 3 that I'm hearing, right? And these are all rumors that have came out of nowhere. We really don't know where these rumors come from. They come out of nowhere. We may hear Michael Benson say something, Mike Coppinger say something. He'll say, hey, my sources told me Hog Head Cheese fought Pork Chop Willie in Vegas in the parking lot behind one of the porta potties, right? And then we'll hear something from Mike Coppinger. Well, no, Chico Stick told me that Pork Chop fought Shorty Big Nuts on the side of the arena next to a police car right by the fire hydrant, right? So all of these rumors come out of nowhere. But guess who we don't hear anything from? Nobody from the PBC. True. So we don't know where these rumors are coming from, right? It's always sources say, right? The sources said everything, but goddamn, man, Showtime are gonna be folding at the end of the year. Do you notice that? Do you notice that? When you hear these sources say reports from Dan Raphael, who was pretty much the media guy for the PBC, you hear these sources from all these sources, right? All of these pro PBC YouTube channels and this and that. They always sources say, right? But guess what? None of them came out with a sources say report. Hey, yo, man, what's the name? Well, Showtime gonna be folding by the end of the year. None of them came out with that. I wonder why. True. You get what I'm saying? Nigga got a source. Everybody got a goddamn source. Okay, well, how come your sources ain't tell you that? Oh, okay, I figured that. Anyways, Now, with the news from Paramount Global that Showtime Boxing will no longer exist after 2023, many fans have been asking what's going to happen with future fights from recently signed fighters like Terence Crawford and Canelo Alvarez. I think both of those guys, again, they have a partnership. They're not PBC fighters. You know, they don't. They're not owned by the PBC. Like maybe, like if you hear these other guys, yeah, I'm a PBC fighter. I went to PBC. They claim the PBC banner. I ain't heard Crawford say nothing about PBC yet. You know, he already, I can tell you that. Like, go back and look at any of the interviews and the videos when he was on the lead up to fight Errol Spence. That man ain't say nothing about no Al Heyman. He ain't think no Al Heyman, none of that there. Bud was like, man, fuck that nigga. True. Bud was like, man, this whole ass nigga Al Heyman was trying to block this fight. He didn't want to see this fight happen. And then they had Errol Spence talking like a company man. I'm an Al Heyman fighter. I'm one of the Al Heyman boys. We over here at PBC, we Al Heyman. Remember that there? You know, I'm like, hold on, my nigga, hold on. Like, you know, you get what I'm saying? Niggas went to set tripping in boxing. True. How the fuck you the boy of the advisor? And shout out to Me24, salute sis. How the fuck you, tell me this here. How are you the boy of the advisor when the advisor's supposed to work for you? You know, you get what I'm saying? Like, hold on, my nigga. You the advisor. You work for me. I don't work for you. I'm not your, yeah, man. Like, niggas went to intentionally jumping in the witness protection program. As soon as some tough competition come up, hold on. Nigga jump behind as soon as some 5-star coming at him, nigga jump behind the witness protection program wall. Yeah, man, you on the wrong side of the street. Niggas on the wrong side of the street, wrong side of the sidewalk. Your baby mama got to be bow-legged. Your cousin got to know how to do the butterfly. Your auntie got to know how to do the one leg up. You know what I mean? You got to know how to do the chili sauce. You know what I mean? All these different obstacles, right? And guess what? That's what ended them at the end of the day, Showtime. Now, you get what I'm saying? Like, bro, instead of putting on the fights you're supposed to put on, niggas sitting there making excuses for why we can't get the fights. And then when you try to give somebody a little something in 2023, it's too late. Well, we don't put no white folks over that Paramount. Like, look here, man. Y'all been shang-langing, man. Let your nuts hang too long, dog. Check it out, dog. The well is dry as over with. We finna go focus on some other shit. We thinking about investing some money. There's this dude named Coach Malachi Williams on YouTube. You know, he's doing some good things over there. We thinking about cutting y'all budget and breaking him off a little something and making sure that Coach Malachi has a regular program on Showtime. True. I tell you what, hey, shout out to Martinez, shout out to my sister Food Revolution. You know what? I tell you what, if they give me a TV program on Showtime, I'm pretty sure that I will have more ratings. I have more ratings than a whole, but probably 99% of those fighters over there. True. Because the ratings was terrible. See, that's what they didn't tell you. The ratings was terrible. Listen, the three-card Marley Ponzi scheme is over. The smoke and mirrors is over. It is what it is, man. Like, look here, man. That shit wasn't doing, that shit been shaking like booty meat for a minute, right? But anyways, let's continue. Paramount Global, the parent company of Showtime and boxing, the parent company of Showtime, guys, will eliminate Showtime Sports as a department by the end of the year. Paramount Global's decision was based on the company focusing exclusively on scripted programming moving forward and eliminating 8-figure annual budgets previously allocated for live sports. So they're like, look here, man, we ain't got time for this shit here, man. Y'all niggas been shang-a-langing. Y'all been pimping the game for a minute. You got one of our workers, Steven Espinosa. He doing backdoor deals allegedly, and he's really working more for the PBC than he was for Showtime. So he taking our money and literally funneling the Underground Railroad over there with the with the PBC, right? And come to find out when the people looked at the books, hold on, man, wait a minute, you gave the nigga what? $30 million, but he ain't do but $5 million worth of stuff. Wait a minute, why you gave him the extra $25 million? well, how Stephen Espinosa talk. Well, I mean, I know how it may seem, but I just, well, it seems that way. But in hindsight, if you really look, like look at it like from a certain way, and I mean, I can understand your frustrations and how you may feel that some of the funds that we allocated did not go, where it was supposed to go, and I do know that the ratings for this fight really wasn't, I mean, let me just be honest. I mean, ideal. You know how Stephen Espinosa talk. Nigga be talking like he irking and jerking. I said this motherfucker lying. True. This old lying motherfucker right here, boy. This motherfucker. They called him the Weasel for a reason. Anyways, right? They cut the umbilical cord. Primarily Showtime Championship Boxing and Bellator and MMA promotional company that Paramount Global also owns. So they're cutting all that out, right? The positions of nearly 40 employees at Showtime will be gone. Showtime Sports. They will be eliminated by December the 29th. Do you get what I'm saying? Showtime, I think they've been around for about 36 years. I'm talking about in boxing, right? 36 years. So Showtime has two more, from about the boxing broadcast. 36 years, right? Now, Showtime has two more boxing telecasts scheduled for November the 25th. I think that's David Benavidez and Demetrius Andrade. And they have another one scheduled for December the 9th. Now, I don't know how true this is, but I'm hearing that I'm hearing sources say, according to reports, according to Big Booty Judy, Big Booty Judy overheard third leg Tyrone talking to the security guard, the bouncer, at Hooters. Hooters is a famous strip club, gentlemen's club, right there on 183rd and 2nd Avenue, right there. You know what I mean? And so it's right there, right on the corner, right there, right? She heard, Big Booty Judy overheard third leg Tyrone talking to the bouncer at Hooters, and he said that knock-kneed Keisha got into a fight with bow-legged Pam, and bow-legged Pam was having a conversation with Pork Chop Willie, who was arguing with Shorty Big Nuts while they were shooting dice in the bathroom. And he said that, Floyd Mayweather, like I said before, he's supposed to be fighting somebody on December the 9th. Now, they say he's supposed to be fighting Mikey Garcia in an exhibition match. And they say that Keith Thurman is supposed to be fighting somebody. First, I heard Keith Thurman was fighting Ugas or something of that sort, but that ain't it. Now I'm hearing Keith Thurman is supposed to be fighting Danny Garcia. I don't know. Either way it goes, those are two irrelevant fights. And guess what? And the simple fact, they're going to try to put that on pay-per-view. You cannot make this up. True. Who in the hell want to see a played-out fighter? It's over. It's over with, man. It's over with for you, right? You're rich, you made your money, you got you some watches, you got you some cars, you got you some houses, and you got you some fans who still gonna ride or die for you online, right? We call them Flomos. You still got the Flomos out there running around like it's Hulkamania 24, right? So the Flomo, you got dudes falling down on their knees in front of tenderonis with their head right by your pelvis, saying after their God, you're number one next to God. True. So I don't want to see an old nigga looking flabby and sick. You know what I mean? Exhibition, and they're probably gonna try to charge a nigga $80. Yeah, dog, you get to see Floyd, nigga. You get to see Floyd in exhibition with Mikey Garcia. And we got Keith Thurman on the undercard. Yeah, good luck with that. Anyway, oh boy, they still haven't learned, Anyways, Showtime has two more fights, right, on November the 25th, and they got the December the 9th, right? That's it. After that, it's a wrap. David Benavidez versus Andrade, they supposed to be in November the 25th. And, what I told you guys, December 9th, rumor has it, sources say, according to reports, supposed to be Floyd Mayweather and Mikey Garcia. Now, check this out. Stephen Espinosa, better known as the Weasel. Stephen Espinosa, Showtime's former president, because he's the president of Showtime Sports. We got to say former because we know his ass out of gas. It's a rap for him, right? But he'll be, wherever Al Heyman is at, he'll be back over there because Stephen Espinosa was Al Heyman's personal lapdog. He was the one, quote unquote, that was funneling the money to the PBC. Sources say. Got to say sources say now. Sources say, right? You know what I mean? So they had a good business arrangement. You know what I mean? So the people at Paramount like, hold on, man, I know this motherfucker here. This motherfucker think he's slick. Oh, we got something for him, right? Now, another thing, too. They knew this last year. I would say probably a year ago, maybe a little over a year ago. But Stephen Espinosa knew that, yeah, man, Showtime, Paramount was going to be cutting boxing. I don't want you guys thinking that this is something that just came out of the blue. No one knew. No, Stephen Espinosa knew. I don't want you thinking that he was just walking down the street whistling Dixie and then he heard the news like everybody else heard the news. No, he knew last year. He probably couldn't say anything. Probably had these dudes like, Boots Ennis, riding Boza Ennis. Yeah, man, we loyal to Showtime. We loyal. We ain't got no contract with them, but we loyal to Showtime. We ain't gonna be taking no fighting Crawford on BLK Prime, even though we're a free agent and we can make our own decisions, but we gonna stay loyal to Showtime. And you gotta try to work it out with a company that we not even signed to. True. A network, right? A network. You get what I'm saying? We gotta try to work it out with a network we not even signed to. You can't make this shit up. This is what Stephen Espinosa say to Weasel. It is with profound disappointment that I share this morning's news that the company has decided to shut down Showtime Boxing, Showtime Sports at the end of the year. He said it is with profound. He said it is with profound disappointment. Hey, he like he didn't know. Like he didn't know. Anyways. Terence Crawford, Ryan Garcia, and Oscar De La Hoya have all voiced their concerns over Showtime's demise. This is what Terence Crawford said. Some of the things, we're going to go on Twitter, because I told you guys we're going to be covering boxing on Twitter. Shout out to Big Blunts and Boxing. Salute, fam. Told y'all, it might be a lot more fights on Twitter, just like Adrian Broner said. True. We already watching check left hooks. Shout out to Drew. We already watching check left hooks. Slipping and countering. Stiff jabs. We already know. We already witnessing that on Twitter right now. So we might as well start covering Twitter boxing as well. Got a couple of, and then we got, let's see, who we got? We got the niggas from Chitlin Talks. We got Chitlin Talks. We got them hoe ass niggas, and then we got the Alphabet Boys, better known as we gonna call the Alphabet Boys, cause I've been calling the slow learner disability boxing community the Alphabet Boys for a minute, right? So we gonna start calling them Shea Butter Boxing, right? So we got the Shea Butter Boxing fans. We got the Shea Butter Boxing fans. They feel the need to we got to run around Twitter. And we going to go in people's chats and leave comments. The Shea Butter Boxing fans. So we got the Shea Butter Boxing fans. We got the Wakanda niggas. We got the SLDBC, Slow Learning Disability Boxing Community. We just going to put them all together. You know what I mean? Just, the Shea Butter niggas. True. I said, oh boy, here we go. Goddamn. Now, boy, I'm trying to tell you, boy, these niggas over here bringing all that chitlin juice over here. We got Chitlin Talks. We got the Shea Butter. Look here, man. Look here. I just want to hear some boxing, man. Y'all save all that Shea Butter shit. Anyways, Terence Crawford says this. The system we have right now isn't going to fix this. We got to think different. Look at every other sport in boxing. Look at every other sports in building empires by doing it right. Now, it's amazing that Crawford said this. He said, us fighters need to come together. We can fight in the ring, but work together for our sport and our families. Now, it's amazing that Crawford said this because, I've been saying this for a minute. Look, man, these dudes got to try to come together or whatever the case may be. But, the boxers were practicing wrong side of the street politics. Boxers divided fan bases. So you got Team Spence is banging on Team Crawford. So all the Spence fans don't like Crawford, right? You had dedicated content creators who was putting out hit pieces right now to this day against certain fighters. That's not a part of the Shea Butter crew. So if you ain't a part of Shea Butter Boxing, You know what I mean? You ain't a part of the slow learner disability boxing community, the alphabet boys, the Wakanda niggas. And if you ain't a part of the Wakanda, do you notice the Shea Butters, the Wakandas, the alphabet boys? You notice all of them got one thing in common. They very low IQ, dumb and broke, and very divisive. Nigga, like these are some of the funniest laptop revolutionaries I've ever seen in my life. Like, how can you be pro something and against that which you're supposed to be pro at the same time? It's called a double standard. If they did not have a double standard, they would not have a standard at all. True. I'm gonna keep my foot on these niggas next. Anyways, us fighters need to come together. We can fight in the ring, but work together for our sport and our families. Now, this is a wake-up call for a lot of fighters. Did you get what I'm saying? Ryan Garcia chimed in. Ryan Garcia says, I call him Crying Ryan, you know what I mean? I heard his thong line is doing very, very well for men. I heard that Ryan Garcia came out with a new cream. They help all of them niggas like E-Money, that whole ass nigga E-Money in Texas, help all them niggas who suffered from gooch grease. I heard that Ryan Garcia came up with a cream that helped niggas with gooch grease. True. Ryan says, today is really important day for boxing. HBO and Showtime defined our sport for a generation. And now they are both out. Ryan seemed like he was very, very hurt. He said, all of us boxers need to make this our collective fight. We got to be thinking about marketing, new audiences, investors, global, all of it. We just have to reimagine it. Now, this is what Ryan Garcia say, right? We got to think about marketing. And I told you guys, like, my platform ain't built on who I get on the show. Because I feel like that, I ain't no boxer, I ain't no Crawford, I ain't no Spence, I ain't no Canelo, I ain't none of that. But guess what? I'm the shit over here. And those fighters who have big names, they are the shit over there. But most fighters, they ain't really got no name. Most fighters ain't really got no name, dog. So, I told you 99% of boxing is blue collar fighters. It ain't a whole bunch of Tank Davises running around boxing. I will get to the super chats. There's not a whole bunch of Canelos or Terence Crawfords running around boxing. There's not a bunch of Errol Spencer. Like, listen, they be showing you a handful of dudes who got money and be like, yeah, nigga, boxing doing good. Everybody millionaires. No, they not. Most of these niggas broke in boxing. True. These are the facts. Listen, I can guarantee you, I probably make more money a year than the average boxer do right now. True. Yeah. And guess what? I ain't getting punched in the face. I ain't none of that. I ain't getting no toothpaste knocked out. None of that. Did you get what I'm saying? So the average fighter ain't really making no cheese like that. I mean, the blue collar fighter is not. He's doing what he got to do to take care of his family. You get what I'm saying? So that's what Ryan Garcia said. He said all of us boxers need to make our collective fight. We got to be thinking about marketing. I totally agree with that. What have I been saying over here? I said, if you're a fighter now, remember you guys asked me, what would you do if you was a fighter? What advice I would give a fighter? I would say, listen, man, he got to learn marketing. He got to learn how to market himself. Marketing and advertising. Get with a PR company. Get with a PR company. Know how to talk. Learn how to talk and speak in front of a camera when you do interviews. Learn how to articulate. If talking is not your strong suit, you need to make your weaknesses your strengths. And whatever your strength is, improve upon that, but make your weaknesses your strength. If you're not good at talking in front of the camera, guess what? Learn how to talk in front of the camera. True. The fighters have to be willing to change. The sport has changed. The way people consume content has changed. So if the sport has changed and the way people have to consume content has changed, then guess what? The fighters have to change too. So you have to learn marketing. And guess what? You got to know how to attract new audiences. You hire people like me for that. I ain't going to give you the game for free. You want to know how to attract the new audience? You hire people for me like that. You got to pay for that game, right? You got to find investors. That's what Ryan Garcia said. You know what I mean? Global, all of it. We just have to reimagine. Well, every fighter don't have that kind of mentality. Every fighter is not even on the, every fighter is not even, doesn't even have the paradigm to even think that way. You know what I mean? Now, Oscar De La Hoya says, I salute Showtime for their near 40-year commitment to the sport that I love. I am hopeful that we promoters can use this unfortunate situation to put our differences aside and start working together more often to help make the bigger fights and grow our sport. Boxing is still the greatest sport in the world. Now, this is the problem with that, right? I totally agree with Oscar De La Hoya. But there were certain guys, when they came in the game, they started practicing wrong side of the street politics. They started practicing, yeah, man, you're on the wrong side of the street. In order for that to happen, you're going to have to leave, your chunky company and then come over here with us, and then you got to be one of us, and then we can make the fight happen. Like, you had fighters talking like this. But little did the fighter know who was talking like this, they didn't know that they was causing the demise from a network standpoint of boxing. True. Because as a boxing fan, I don't want to hear that. I want to know, look here, man, when is fighter A going to fight fighter B? When you niggas going to fight? I don't want to hear all that old punk ass shit about niggas hiding behind promotional companies, niggas hiding behind advisors, niggas hiding behind bow-legged Kim, niggas hiding behind third leg Tyrone, niggas hiding behind knock-needed Keisha, niggas hiding behind good coochie Lisa, niggas doing all this hiding, making excuses. Yeah, no, dog, see, only way, man, you gonna fight, you gonna have to get what kind of watch you got? Is that a Rollie? How many, is that a Rollie? You got a diamond bezel in there? No, dog, you got to see, dog. See, you got the wrong Rollie, dog. See, if you want to get a fight with me, what kind of car you got? Yeah, you got the Bentley? You ain't got no Maserati. Okay, you got a Maserati too? I got a Lambo with suicide doors. Canary yellow Lambo. What you got to say about that? So these guys were practicing, they was making excuses not to fight. They was causing division within boxing. And then you had boxing fans getting online saying the same thing. You had broke niggas, two-figure niggas sitting there talking about contracts. Just imagine that. A nigga sitting at home, a broke nigga. Shea butter nigga, a Wakanda nigga sitting at home, sitting there typing, talking about signing the contract. 60-40, 70-30, 80-20, take whatever we give you. Nigga got a net worth of 2 figures, but now he feel like he can talk about business. You don't even know how to negotiate how to get a higher raise from your boss at your minimum wage job. And most of the Nick Sacks online, like the whole nigga from Texas, like this nigga ain't got no job. Niggas is allergic to applications. An application in a book is like kryptonite to a Wakanda nigga. True. You know when you watch the vampire movies, Dracula, his kryptonite, he don't like garlic, he don't like sunlight, he don't like a cross, he don't like a cross or the Holy Bible or holy water. He don't like holy water. Okay. What kind of niggas is kryptonite is a book and a job application. True. No! Anything but is that an application? No, man. I know you're part of this. I know you're what kind of nigga, man. But here, my mama told me that give you the job application, fill it out so you can get a job. You need to stop sitting at home because I'm trying to pay this rent and the furniture off, and you got cigarette burns all in the furniture. It's not even paid off yet. So you got to get. My mama told me to get the application to get a job. No, please, no. Anything but a job, baby. I do anything but a job. Like, listen, I told you guys, broke niggas do the most online. True. The broke niggas do the most online. They do the most online. They always arguing and yelling and threatening niggas. Like a dude, listen, somebody who got a family, a job to take care of their family, they ain't got time to be sitting back threatening niggas online. Because a nigga online, like a dude got a family, you a wife, you a girlfriend, or just whatever, right? And you got children and stuff to feed, take care of your family. You ain't got time to be telling, yeah, nigga, drop the addy. Like, are you really gonna leave your job, go to somebody's state or whatever, somebody's city, and do something to them, have your dumb ass get killed or go to jail, and then lose everything. So I know that's how you know these Nick Sacks ain't got no job, because someone who got a lot to lose ain't talking like that. True. Niggas ain't got nothing to lose because he ain't got nothing. You get what I'm saying? Like, who doing that? Hey, shout out to my sister Nick Rich in the building. Salute, sis. Now, Oscar De La Hoya said that he's hopeful that this unfortunate situation we can put our differences aside and start working together more often in order to make bigger fights. Now, this is the issue. Showtime and the PBC created a climate. Now, this is my statement. Coach Malachi Williams. Showtime, the issue was this. Showtime and the PBC created a climate that hurt boxing, in my opinion. What do you mean by that, Coach? With the wrong side of the street politics. Fighters refusing to fight the other top fighter because of their loyalty to Al Heyman. Right? Their advisor, the guy who works for them. Nigga, I'm going to hire you to work for me, but I'm going to be loyal to you. Nigga, I don't work for you. You work for me.
True.
You get what I'm saying? I just got to call it the way I see it. The 3-card Marley Ponzi scheme with inflated pay-per-view numbers of certain fighters, people are tired of that, right? That's the issue. They did that. You know what I mean? They were practicing. Showtime and PBC brought this in. They brought in the I'm saying they practice it religiously. They even had boxing fans online. See, nigga, you got to come over here where we at. You got to come to Showtime and you got to do this and that. Errol Spence said it at the Danny Garcia and Sean Porter fight at the podium. That's the problem. The 3-card Marley Ponzi scheme with the inflated pay-per-view numbers of certain fighters, right? You know, this is what Showtime, what they should do. Leak so-called numbers out to Dare Raphael. Listen, a nigga went triple wood in pay-per-view. Nigga sold like 75, 78,000 pay-per-view buys, and then they'll tell you, man, we did 250 on this fight. We did 300. This dude's a star. And then guess what? These people looking like, oh, what the fuck? Like people that Paramount like, what the fuck this nigga talking about? 300, 500,000, 400,000. Where these niggas numbers coming from? Steven, where these numbers coming from? Oh, Steven, that's all. Yeah, I honestly, I really don't know. I mean, those guys on social media, stuff comes out all the time, and I don't know who they say, sources say. I mean, those sources can be, they could be, anybody, who knows? I really don't know, boss, but and then the boss is looking like, wait a minute, man, this nigga went triple wood. This shit ain't sell. They lying. It's a Ponzi scheme, right? Anyways, smoke and mirrors. Also, this is the problem that I see as well. Showtime and the PBC control mainstream media outlets and social media platforms who were spreading disinformation campaigns to trick the public into believing certain fighters were pay-per-view stars when in actuality, they weren't pay-per-view stars at all.
True.
All of this had contributed to the downfall of Showtime Boxing, as well as illegal streaming. Can't forget about illegal streaming now. Illegal streaming played a big part of it, right? And putting non-pay-per-view fights on pay-per-view. So if you add, listen, you're making me pay $85, $90 for a non-pay-per-view fight, and you're putting that on pay-per-view, right? And then you're coming with smoke and mirror tactics, 3-card Marley tactics, telling us that this dude a pay-per-view star, saying he sold 400,000 pay-per-view buys when a nigga only sold like 75 pay-per-view buys. Hey, okay. You get what I'm saying? And then on top of that, and then y'all created this. Well, if you want to fight, you got to come over here. Like you openly used to say this. So all of that contributed to the downfall of Showtime, in my opinion. You get what I'm saying? Al Heyman, and I'm gonna tell you something else too. And Al Heyman's reputation has taken a hit because he's destroyed every network that he's been involved with. And listen, contrary to popular belief, what you would cut niggas like to say, the reality is this. This is 11 networks this guy has ran through. 11. And now he's looking for a 12th. My boss, Mr. Al Heyman. So let that sink in. Just let that sink in, right? Let that sink in. Now, the PBC business model is going to have to change if they want to continue to borrow money from white corporations. The promoters and fighters are going to have to come together. So I agree with that. What Crawford, Ryan Garcia, and Oscar De La Hoya said. They're going to have to come together. Stop dividing the fan base and make the best fights for the sport of boxing. If that doesn't happen, then guess what? The influencer boxers like Jake Paul, Logan Paul, Tommy Fury, you know what I mean, and KSI, they will be the new faces of the sport that we call boxing.
True.
But then, we're going to have a pound for pound list for the influencer boxing. Nigga, who the number one pound for pound fighter in the world? You going to talk to a kid now, who the number one pound for pound fighter in the world? Oh, everybody know that. That's Jake Paul. Jake Paul is number one. Jake Paul, yeah, like these influencer boxing fans, it's a boxing match to them. They're like, yeah, everybody know the pound for pound fighter in the world is Jake Paul. Yeah, who the number 2 guy? Who? Okay, listen, this where it's gonna go at. Give me your top 5 pound for pound right now. Okay, Jake Paul, KSI. Tommy Fury, Logan Paul, you get what I'm saying? Like, bro, just imagine. This where we going at. Just imagine. You're a diehard boxing fan. You've been watching boxing since 1972, and then you asking somebody you asking a little kid who watch boxing, a casual who watch boxing, he watching Jake Paul and them, because he don't know the other niggas. The other nigga popping in the hood, but they ain't popping with the casuals, right? And so, you know, who your top 5 pound for pound is, and that's their top 5. Oh yeah, and we might well throw Ryan Garcia in there.
True.
Hey, like, share, subscribe. Leave your comments below. Let's get into the show. Hey man, we need 5 more likes, man. I'm gonna drop these 4 lives. We need 5 more likes. Hey, shout out to Food Revolution. What's going on, sis? Hey, that's all I'm saying though. That's all I'm saying. Who your pound for pound is right now? Let's see. Okay. I got Ryan Garcia. Yeah, he cute. He got makeup line. Let's see. I got Logan Paul. All right, that's the two right there. Shit. I got KSI. Yeah, he'll give Sugar Ray Leonard a run for his money. Let's see. I have Tommy Fury. Oh yeah, I got Tommy Fury. Yeah, I got them. Who else you got? I got let's see. Ryan Garcia, Jake Paul. KSI, Tommy Fury. Oh, and I got Logan Paul. That's my top 5 right there.
True.
You can't make this shit up. You can't make this shit up. You can't make this up. It is what it is, man. Anyway, let's get ready to get into the show. But before we do, you know, since we thank Al Heyman for everything else, I want to thank Al Heyman for putting Showtime out of business. My boss, Al Heyman, you did a wonderful job, sir. I would never say anything bad about you, Mr. Al Heyman. I know you are a genius. So let's give Al Heyman a round of applause for ending Showtime. Give him a round of applause. And I gotta say, all praise is due to the Most High, the Most Exalted, Mr. Al Heyman.
Well, you know, I guess I gotta be like everybody else and thank Al Heyman. I can quit my job now, baby. 6 figures, baby. You feel me?
But a name. Do you have a name?
Oh, nah, I ain't got no name, you know.
Name them names, man.
They know who they is.
Name them names, please. The names need to be named.
They know who they is.
The Mexican monster.
You know, we like Unicron. Y'all remember Unicron from Transformers? Unicron was a planet-eating robot in the sky. It was a planet-eating robot. Unicron used to devour planets in order to fuel itself so it can exist. So I would like to say that my boss, Mr. Al Heyman, he's like the Unicron of boxing. Anybody sitting there watching the show, hate watching? We got almost 600 people in here and less than 300 likes. Anybody sitting there hate watching? Don't want to hit the like button? Riley, get him.
Look. Fuck you, fuck the plane you flew in on, fuck them shoes, fuck the socks with the bell on it, fuck them cheap ass cigars, fuck your yuck mouth teeth, fuck your hairpiece, fuck your chocolate, fuck Guy Ritchie, fuck Prince William, fuck the Queen. This is America. My president is black and my Lambo is blue, nigga. Now get the fuck out my hotel room. And if I see you in the street, I'm slapping the shit out of you.
And listen, I'm gonna tell you something else, man. You know, a lot of these guys, these companies, these networks, promotional companies, whether it's Top Rank or whether it's The Zone, bro, you know, I don't know how profitable their business model is. I don't know. Again, I don't know nothing about the business of boxing, but they better start putting on some good fights, because if they don't put on good fights, guess what? These other promotional companies, they're gonna be losing network deals too.
True.
Yeah, absolutely. They're gonna be losing network deals too. Absolutely. Y'all listen. They better put on. They better stop playing. They better put on Godzilla versus Mothra. You know what I mean? They better stop putting. Listen. I got who you got, dog? Who you got? I got Mum-Ra versus doggone Snarf of the Thundercats. Now this is a hell of a fight right here. Now wait a minute. Okay, how come Mum-Ra won't fight? Why you can't have Mum-Ra fight Lion though? Oh no, Mum-Ra can't fight. Here you go. I'm gonna address the super chats. Oh no. You got it all wrong, buddy. I've been doing this a long time. You know, me and Floyd. Listen, and again, I don't want to throw anybody under the bus, but anyways, no, we don't need Mum-Ra fighting Lion. Lion-O. I mean, Lion-O don't know how to put butts in seats. You know, he's not, you know, Lion-O's just overrated. Yeah, he had the Thundercats and things, but, you know, who knows? Who know who the Thundercats are? You know, those guys are nobody. But anyways, but Snarf is a really, really good fighter. Like, some people say that Snarf can't punch, but he can punch. You know, some people say that Snarf doesn't have any footwork, but he has footwork. You know, now that guy Lion-O, you know, he's okay, but we're not gonna pay him the type of money that he wants. Lion-O doesn't, we know our fight over here. He's the guy, you know, you get what I'm saying? Like that, and that's the problem. That's the problem.
True.
Hey, listen, they wanna put a nigga in the ring with Snarf and then try to tell me that's a good fight. $89.99. Hey, shout out to Food Revolution. Hey, you get what I'm saying? Since $89.99, they wanna put a nigga in there with Snarf and then talk about something pay $89.99. And then look at DAZN. DAZN, they like, bro, come on, man. DAZN gotta tighten up, man. They gotta tighten up from a boxing standpoint. Now I know, again, the people in the UK are a different fan base. UK subscribers, I love listen, let me tell you something. There's two fan bases that's keeping boxing alive, in my opinion. In the West. UK fans and Mexican fans. The Mexican fans, they holding it down. They holding it down over here, right? And the UK hold it down. Listen, you can have Hobo Sam and Pork Chop Willie fighting in the UK right now. We could be fighting at the O2 Arena in the UK. Hobo Sam, Pork Chop Willie. You will have about 20,000 people. You will have about 20,000 people from the UK come see that fight.
True.
Hey, who's fighting today, mate? Who's fighting today? You know, who fighting today? Oh man, yeah, man. We have Pork Chop Willie. Who is that? I don't know who that is. You know, and then we have Shorty Big Nuts. Shorty Big Nuts. What does he look like? You know, why do they call him Shorty Big Nuts? I don't know, but they're gonna be fighting. You know, and we're gonna go to the pub and drink some shandies, and then we're gonna go down. We're gonna go down to the fight and watch 20,000. Oh, bro, let me tell you something, bro. 20,000. The UK, bro. Like, yeah, I love y'all. I love y'all. Boy, y'all holding boxing down. Over here in America, niggas complaining, bitching, talking about wrong side of the street, talking about you with the wrong network, talking about your baby mama got to be bow-legged, talking about I got Lambos with suicide doors, niggas wearing purses over here, dudes got purses, lipstick, guy liner. I'm like, what the fuck going on?
True.
You know, like I remember, you know, like my fighters have changed over the years. I remember, I came up in the era where fighters looked mean and tough and all that stuff there, right? And they got it down. Yeah, nigga, I'm gonna fight you. Okay, listen, who you gonna fight? Listen, this is Sugar Ray Leonard. This is Oscar De La Hoya. This is Marvelous Marvin the Hagler, Pernell Whitaker, Azuma Nelson, right? Julio Cesar Chavez. Okay, who you gonna fight? Okay, listen, I wanna fight Mum Ra. After him, who your next fight's gonna be? Who your next fight's gonna be? Old school fighter, Hagler. Who your next fight gonna be? Okay, look, I'm gonna fight Mum Ra. After him, I'm fighting Lion-O. After him, I'm fighting doggone Skeletor. After him, I'm fighting doggone Optimus Prime. After him, I'm fighting Megatron. After him, I'm fighting Goku. After him, I'm gonna fight Vegeta. That's how it was. I'm gonna fight this. Hold on, you undisputed. You got all the belts. Why you fighting all these top guys? Because this nigga been calling my name out, talking that shit, popping that weed, hollering about what he gonna do to me. He the number one guy next in line. Guess what? I'm gonna bring the pain to him. War, W-A-R. War, that's what it's gonna be.
True.
Boy, but today, I'm Booger Ray Leonard. Listen, we got some killers out there. We got Mum Ra out there. We got Lion-O. We got the Thundercats. You get what I'm saying? We got the Dinobots, Grimlock. Me, Grimlock. We got the Powerpuff Girls. You know, oh no, coach, y'all, you're looking at it all wrong. We're not looking at none of those guys. You know, we have Snarf. Okay. Booger Ray Leonard, give me the next 5 fights for your fighter who you say that's a star, that's a cash cow. Okay, we have Snarf. You know, Snarf is the bad boy. Let's see, we have Puss in Boots. Yeah, Puss in Boots. Oh my God, Puss in Boots is a killer. Let's see, we have Smurfette. Smurfette, she's pretty, but don't get it twisted now. Smurfette can fight. We have Smurfette. Let's see who else we have. We have Mojo Jojo. You remember him? Yeah, Mojo Jojo. Okay, all right, we got him. Okay, and also hold on. Here's a caveat. What's that? What's that? You got a big one? Yeah. We got Azrael. Do you remember Gargamel's cat? Azrael on the Smurfs? Yeah, we got Azrael.
True.
One guy want all the smoke, and then they got a nerve to compare these guys to the old school fighters. I'm like, nigga, please. Anyway, let's get ready to get into the show.
When it comes to boxing, we got it on lock. With your host, Coach Malachi Williams at True Media Boxing Radio.
True.
Hey, Carmen Serene she say, don't disrespect Pussy Boots, Coach. Hey, you know what? Your Pussy Boots got some hands. Hey, Carmen, you right about that now. Pussy Boots got some hands. He throwing paws, right? So, anyways, all of these networks, The Zone, Matchroom, Queensberry, all of these guys, they gotta put the fights on, dog. I want to see Al Heyman working with Bob M. I want to see I want to see Al Heyman working with Golden Boy. I want to see Al Heyman working with Matchroom and Queensberry. We need to get these fights. No more wrong sides of the streets. No more dividing the fan bases. They divided the fan bases. They got dudes online. Listen, y'all remember I had a whole nigga, what the whole nigga name? Money B from Brooklyn. This Money B from Brooklyn. Well, I'm gonna put your body in the dirt. This Money B from Brooklyn. You better keep Earl and Al Heyman name out your mouth. Like, this dude was just yelling and screaming. I'm like, nigga, I know you ain't at work. You at work? No, I ain't got no job. He said, my money long. We got loan money. And the nigga say, we got loan money. That's how I knew he ain't had no money.
True.
We got loan money. You know, yeah, we outreach, we gonna come get you. We coming to get you. I'm like, these niggas be doing too much, dog. Got too much time on their hands. I said, this nigga ain't got no job. He ain't got no responsibilities. The only responsibility he got is rolling up a Nick Sack or Reggie with a Philly blunt and playing the PS2 all goddamn day.
True.
Niggas gonna eat all the Doritos. He gonna eat all the Vienna sausages. He gonna eat all the Captain Crunch, the Fruit Loops, the Sugar Pops. He gonna eat all that. You get what I'm saying? Dishes all in the sink. You get what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. You know what I mean? But whole bunch of broke niggas, y'all can't put $20 together. Going to half on the Nick Sack. Hey, y'all remember that song? Half on the Nick Sack. All of these Wakanda niggas broke as hell. Nah. Nah. Oh, Wakanda, half on a Nick Sack. Going half on a Nick Sack. Oh. You better drop that addy. You get what I'm saying? Oh, half on a Nick Sack ass niggas.
True.
Phone lines finna get ready to drop, man. It is what it is, man. We finna drop these phone lines ASAP Rocky.
You wanna talk some shit? Call me. Start some shit, bitch.
Sup, fool? You gonna talk shit about me, homie? Where you from?
Hundreds of niggas is waiting for your motherfucking call, and they all talking shit about you right now.
Call the coach at 530-494-9636. We waiting on your bitch ass. Half of the Nick Sack ass nigga. You know what? They gotta, but listen, all jokes aside, they gotta start dividing the fan base, dog. That's what they did. You know, the PBC played a big part in that. Their minions online played a big part in that. You get what I'm saying? Dividing the fan base, wrong side of the street politics. And then on top of that, you don't want to make the best fights. You don't want to make, they did make the best fights. They did make some good fights this year, but it was $1 short and a year too late. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
What up, Coach? It's Rose from Houston.
Rose from Houston, man. You sound like you in the bathroom or something, man. So I'm going to try to hear you the best I can. Well, go ahead.
Hello. That's better?
Yeah, sound better.
Yeah, I had my AirPods in. That's probably why.
Okay.
But, yeah, hey, I ain't gonna lie, Coach, bro. You coming over here. Man, I ain't gonna lie, man. When you went on that field, when you was naming all the cartoon characters, man, I ain't gonna lie. Hey, but you ain't telling no lies, bro. Like, y'all came in, or, you know, whatever this new business model, or whatever you want to refer to it as, like, it really, like, destroyed boxing. Like, before, I mean, I was born in 92, but I remember the days where, like, the biggest fights used to come on regular TV.
Yeah.
And that's when boxing was really, like, at the peak as far as, you know, the mystique of the sport, or the, how it was received, you know, by the public. So, I mean, me personally, again, I say this all the time. You know, I was fucking with EJ before the Bud fight or whatever. But, like, from what's been happening since that fight happened, I feel like Bud broke boxing, like, in a great way. So now, like, all this bullshit and this propaganda that we get from all these promotional companies and shit, man, that's out the window. And I hope that, you know, they all come together as a collective and they get this shit together, man. I'm about to go ahead and get off the phone and let you cook. Appreciate you taking my time,
man. Shout out to Roach, man. Houston, man. H-Town, stand up. Hey, Roach, you know what? It's crazy you said that, right? I was talking to somebody, right? See, this what happens, right? When you overvalue a product, and you telling the public that, hey, man, listen here, man, this is why I call it a Ponzi scheme. Yeah, man, but this fight right here, this fighter right here is really a 10. And, you know, this dude right here, a monster. And people going to believe in that, and then you devalue, and then you devalue the other fighter. Right, so you had a whole bunch of people because of the hit piece that was put out there and the disinformation campaign that was put out there via the PBC through YouTube channels and other media outlets, mainstream media outlets like Michael Benson and Raphael and stuff like that. You know, when they started feeding the boxing public, yeah, man, this nigga over here, he really ain't nobody. That nigga from Omaha, Nebraska, he really ain't nobody. But that dude right here, boy, he's a pay-per-view star. Nigga, he doing 300, 400, 350 or 400,000 pay-per-view buys. The other dude ain't doing that. He really a star. And then you got all these people believing this shit, right? The dude who they said was a star really ain't a star, and he's really on the same level as this guy from a sales standpoint. But they're lying to you. They're overvaluing the product to the public. And then when these two guys finally fight each other, and you see the guy that was promoted as King Kong really was doggone Snarf from the Thundercats, and you see the guy that was depicted as Snarf from the Thundercats, he really mum-raw. Everybody like, yeah, what the fuck happened? I can't believe how he lost that fight. I'm like, yo, my nigga, you fell for the banana in the tailpipe.
True.
Hold on 1 minute. And so when Bud beat Spence, it sent they shockwaves through the boxing community. To the point now to where a lot of these niggas, they still talking about that shit. It sent shockwaves. Motherfuckers really was in shock. I can't, man, I ain't know that nigga was that good. I ain't know he was that good. I said, yeah, these niggas ain't been watching boxing. What happens is they go to these same YouTube channels who telling them the same old shit. And again, these guys suffer from confirmation bias. They only want to hear stuff that confirms their pre-existing beliefs. They don't live in the world of reality. They live in the world of delusion. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Martin from Oakland.
Martin from Oakland. Salute, fam.
Yeah, Coach, I was just thinking, it's 2023, it's the end of Showtime, the end of an era, but how far back do you have to go to think of the last time Showtime put a quality fight on their, premium channel? So the best one I could come up with, at least on paper, was Mikey Garcia Broner, when Broner just had 2 losses, and that was in 2017, Coach. It's like they've been putting on some bullshit for a minute now, even before they switched up and put every halfway decent fight on pay-per-view. Because I went back and I checked out, their whole lineup, and I mean, they took a break on pay-per-view after Floyd fought Conor for like a whole year until Wilder fought Fury. But I mean, they wasn't doing too much, Coach. I mean, maybe you think otherwise, and I love to hear it, but I just don't see it, Coach. That's what, damn near 5-6 years of nothing but bullshit. And then the pay-per-views wasn't shit.
Yeah. See, this was the problem. The problem was, I won't say it was all bad. I think the PBC put on some good fights, but for the most part, all of the companies, it's not just the PBC, but you may have some bad fight matchups with Golden Boy, ESPN, same thing, bad fight matchups. Matchroom. So I mean, from a competition standpoint, a lot of them pretty much did some things similar, to be fair. But then we also got some good fights from them same companies. But the problem was when you make a religion out of we don't want to work with nobody else in one breath, but then you see Tyson Fury and Wilder fight each other. Okay, but then if you was able to make the Tyson Fury and Wilder fight, why you couldn't make the Crawford Spence fight? And then we want to let it marinate. Like the brother said from the Adams Boxing Show. They act like we cooking steak or something. What you got in that pan, dog? Yeah, dog, I got some steak in here, dog. I got some chicken in here, barbecue chicken. I'm letting the barbecue sauce marinate a little bit. We gotta let it marinate, sink down into the bones. So you got over maturation of fights. We waiting 75 years to get a fight. You get what I'm saying? And we finally get it. It was a combination of stuff. A fighter worth $1 million. Y'all want to give $3.5 million to fight a 6-round fighter, someone with less competition. So now when you ask him to fight a top-notch guy, he want the $6 million plus to fight the top guy. Because if you paying him $6 million or $3 million to fight a whole can cheese sandwich, surely if you want him to fight Godzilla, he gonna want $10 million. That's why somebody like Keith Thurman running around. Yeah, man, I want $10 million to fight Crawford. You ain't never made $10 million before in your life. You didn't make $10 million fight Manny Pacquiao. What the fuck you talking about? He still holler about I'm one time. Yeah, man, I still got value, baby. My name's still ringing out here in boxing in these streets. The people want to see me. Man, this a new fan base in boxing now. Don't nobody even know Keith Thurman is a boxer anymore. You get what I'm saying?
You know what's the messed up part about letting these fights marinate is now you got two fighters that you're trying to hype up this fight, you're trying to build it up, but at the same time, you got them taking some bullshit-ass tune-up fights because you don't want to risk them losing. So instead of getting one great fight when it should happen, you're getting 3 to 4 bullshit fights along the line. And that kind of unless you got a diehard, fandom like Floyd and Manny, motherfuckers just gonna lose interest and be like, I don't even care anymore.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing, right? They did another thing. They say they got doggone on what it is. They have Floyd. I think they said they got Floyd and Mikey Garcia's supposed to be an exhibition, dog. Bro, my nigga. Like people. Listen, I'm gonna be honest with you. Floyd is played out. He's played out, bro. It's over. You got your money. You have your watches. You have your strip club. You have your cars. But from a boxing standpoint, meaning people want to see him fight, that's over. Now, he's found a way to get a bag and all that stuff there. That's fine, but he ain't selling out nothing. Now, them days over with. You know what I mean? So, bro, like, they gotta come together and work, bro. It's as simple as that, bro. As long as if Al Heyman keep that same mindset to where and not just Al Heyman, but his fighters. If his fighters keep that same wrong side of the street mindset, guess what? It's gonna be the same shit all over again. So, it is what it is.
True.
But listen, shout out to Mark from Oakland, man. Salute, fam. Yeah, man, Nigga, somebody, nigga, like, bro, you get what I'm saying? And then somebody like a Booger Ray, he'll tell you that, yeah, man, this is, we're doing this, we're doing that. You know how you know what Booger Ray learned a line? When his pupils get dilated, when his eyeballs get wide, and his nose flare up, I said, yeah, that nigga lying.
True.
Let me get to the super chats. If you see Booger Ray, nose flare up like this, that's when you know he lying.
Make it last. Make it last forever. Don't let I love you.
You know what? I don't know if he was lying right there. I think he was telling the truth. His eyes. Just imagine what he was thinking about. Booger Ray, what were you like? If I ever interviewed Booger Ray Leonard, I would show him that video and I would say, Booger Ray, the inquiring minds would like to know, what were you thinking about at that moment in time when you was rubbing Floyd nipples and you was biting your bottom lip and your gaze kind of lowered a little bit and you had a look of joy on your your face. Tell us exactly what were you thinking about at that particular time and at that particular moment.
True.
You know, I just want to know. Shout out to Byron, man. He said before becoming a member. Oh, I already got you, fam. And I got that super chat. Let's get this one. Shout out to Martin King Boston for dropping that $2 super chat. He said it's 3:00. Coach, True Media Cooking. Yes, sir. Shout out to Leonardo Rodriguez.
Hey, okay.
For dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy. He said you want to hide money from a lazy person. Hide it in their work boots. It'll be safe for you. Niggas running from a job. Hey, shout out to C. Irvin.
Hey, okay.
Dropping that quarter of a dub on your boy. He said, I hope the PBC and all their fighters retire and fall off the face of the earth so that you can talk about some other shit. You acting like Fanon now. If I'm acting like Fanon now, then don't watch me. It's just simple as that. I mean, if you don't like the content and you say I'm acting like Fanon and I don't give a fuck about that nigga, let me ask you something. Why the fuck you over here watching me? You can unsubscribe and leave. That's real. Just like you freely came over here, you can freely take your ass back to where you came from. I really don't give a fuck. And you can keep your $5 too. Okay? Anyways, shout out to Efren.
Hey, okay.
For dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said Leonard LB is praying not to go to the zone. He used to call them the dead zone. Yeah, that is true. He did used to call them the dead zone, but it is what it is. I mean, they're going to be okay, but the thing is what they're going to have to do is they're going to have to just be willing to work with the other programs. Like all of these promotional companies, they got to be willing to work together. I totally agree with what Oscar De La Hoya said. I totally agree with what Ryan Garcia is saying. I totally agree with Terence Crawford is saying. Like, the current business model has to change. It has to change. If everything else is changing, they have to change. Simple as that. You get what I'm saying? Shout out to Mr. Calderon.
Hey, okay.
For dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said, Coach, I heard a PBC fanboy yesterday. I'm excited about the possible Amazon deal. He said because they give EBT Prime users a huge discount. EBT Prime, huh? EBT Prime? Okay. Colin, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Man, what's up, Coach? It's inevitable. It's D-Block, D-Town, D-City, D-Ville, Baltimore. Fan!
D-Block, talk to me.
Great subject today, Coach. Great show, like always. And if that caller don't...
D-Block,
if he don't like it...
You went out. Go ahead.
Can you hear me, Coach?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. If that guy don't like the show, go get an Ancestor Twinkie and eat it. D-Block on that one. Anyways, Coach, I want to tell you something, man. Like I told you yesterday, I've been waiting for this moment all my life for Espinosa to lose his job. And that's fact. After running his mouth all the time. Now, we ain't going to go out of business. The zone ain't shit. We better than the zone. We this and that. Guess what, Espinosa? Looks like you're going to have to get your bag and get your ass and go work under the zone. I'm going to tell you something, Coach, and I'm going to keep it real. I feel if PBC is smart, they go to the zone. I told you this a year ago, Coach. I don't know if you remember, but I do.
Yeah, I don't remember.
I told you. The zone is it's for boxing. They have great commentary. They have great stories of boxers. You go in the category, you got Canelo, Joshua, Oscar De La Hoya, Shane Mosley. They know what they're doing. It's boxing. You go into the zone instead of going to prime. Mm-hmm. You already going somewhere where the structure's already built. It's been laid out. They are there for a reason. You know what I mean? It's a subscription. You pay for it. What do you pay for it? For boxing. That's what you're going for. And they should have done that a long time ago. Gone with the zone. But because because their asses thought they were better than everybody else, they thought because we PBC and we got all the mega fighters, at the end of the day, those mega fighters ended up being nothing. Mm-hmm. They ended up being clowns. They ended up being cheap. Nothing. Come on, Cole, let's be real. Every type of fighter they had went to another damn network and they got their ass whooped. Fine. So, Ellaby, sweaty ass palms, thinking about Floyd all night, all day, thinking about Tank Davis with his stilettos, putting on a dress on. Hey, you want some lip clap? I'm going to tell you right now, your ass going to have to straighten up, put on a tie, and take off that fucking white ass beard and make yourself look young again. Because at the end of the day, if you don't follow the zone's plan, your ass gonna get fired just like Espinosa did. Now, Coach, do you think the zone is a great place for the PBC?
I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I ain't happy with the zone right now. I canceled my subscription one time. I just I just got it back because they, Matchroom ain't really been putting on no hell of a fights for me. Some they have. But I'm gonna tell you what I think that needs to happen. Boxing has to become consolidated, and what I mean by that is, Showtime is done with boxing, but I don't look at that as a bad. I don't look at that as a bad thing. Maybe this is what was needed in order for the market to readjust itself. At the end of the day, as a boxing fan, we just want to see the top guys fight each other. We just want to see good fights, and we don't want to see every fight on pay-per-view. So that means that there's going to have to be some changes that come about for fighters. And if a fighter wants to go pay-per-view, I ain't got no problem with that. Guess what? How many pay-per-view buys you think you gonna sell? How many pay-per-view buys you think Devin Haney and Regis Prograis gonna sell? You get what I'm saying?
You asking me?
I'm just saying, like, how many, like, I'm pretty sure it ain't gonna sell worth nothing. It might do 100-some thousand, if that. Like, how many, now, I'm hoping to do more, but that's the thing. That's a non-pay-per-view fight. It shouldn't be on pay-per-view. But I understand why it's on pay-per-view D-Block, because both of these fighters want a high guarantee or whatever. And so if the network, the zone, is not willing to put the money up for it, they probably say, no, we're going to do, baby boy, we'll go ahead and do this on pay-per-view. And what the other $5 or $6 or $7 or $8 million you want, okay, you got to depend on the fans to buy it. The fans going to pay for that. If they don't buy it, then evidently they don't feel that you're worth that money. So I think, me personally, I think that this should be consolidated. So if the PBC go to the zone, like you're suggesting, I think that'd be a good thing. Not because I think the zone is this great conglomerate company. I don't think that, but I just think that if it's like that, it cuts out another network, and now these guys, it'll bring us some closure. We'll get more closer to, more than likely, us getting the fights that we want versus not getting the fights. I hope I answered that.
I'm gonna tell you like this, and I'm gonna give you my own reasoning, Coach, real quick, because I know we got you got a long show and you got a lot of people calling in. I think for me, Coach, I've been seeing boxing all my life, and I thank God that I have, because it is the greatest sport in the whole world. It makes you think about stuff, and encourages you to wake up every day and know to be blessed, because you go in there and you fight for a reason. You know what I mean? Especially in life, you fight for a reason. That's why I love boxing. Now, let me tell you something about the zone. I ain't a sponsor of the zone, but if I could, I would. I'm gonna tell you something real quick. The zone is great for boxing. Like I told you, it's a great app. I got my subscription. I'm paying what I gotta pay, because that's me. I love boxing. I'm gonna do what I gotta do to see my boxing, no matter who's there. If you got PBC, Golden Boy, Matchroom, all in one app, and then I even heard rumors that ESPN's about to dump Top Rank in a couple of years. And you think about that, Coach. Yeah, you think about that. Top Rank going to the zone. We talking about, for the first time ever in the history, in a long time, you got all 4 banners of boxing in one app. And then not just that, Coach. Do you know that the Logan Paul fight coming up in January, which he is a pay-per-view star now, as we see.
he's
that he's going to fight. He's going to fight on the zone without pay-per-view for the first time on there. So that's telling you that the zone can do it both ways, pay-per-view and subscription. I'm telling you right now, Coach, if Top Rank goes in a couple of years, and I've been waiting for this, and you got PBC, Top Rank, Golden Boy, Matchroom, you got all 4 entities that have hated to work with each other to a certain degree, and you got them all under one umbrella. My God, thank the Lord, because we're about to make some matches. D-Block, D-Town, D-City, D-Ville, Baltimore.
Shout out to D-Block. As a matter of fact, let's look at what Crawford said. Hold on, guys. Let's go to a short station identification break. I want to see exactly what you guys see, exactly what Ryan Garcia, Crawford, and Oscar De La Hoya is saying. I agree with it, but again, everybody got to get on the same page. We'll see what's happening. Shout out to I Am Your Leader. Hey, okay. Dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said PBC fanboys think Amazon Prime won't open PBC's books and asks where all the money went. I mean, bro, they gotta. It's just that they have to change. Like PBC as a company is not going anywhere. They're gonna be fine. Those fighters over there, they're gonna be fine. It's just that they gotta make adjustments. You know, like, dude, if you want $10 million, you gotta fight a $10 million type fighter. You can't say I want $10 million, but you fighting a doggone a migrant worker. You can't say you want $10 million, but you fighting a taxi cab driver. Did you get what I'm saying? Like, so a lot of these fighters are going to have to become more realistic as well, you know? Shout out to RB the Baller. Hey, okay. For dropping that half for, bam, dubbing your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said the zone is equal to what the NBA app or NFL app is for boxing. He said the next stage is getting companies like PBC to consolidate over there to put on the best fights. Yeah, exactly. And that's what I'm talking about. If they can come together and consolidate, right? If they can come together, so to speak, and they can come together and just collectivize.
Now, I run every kind of bitch, every kind of place, and I know one thing. When it comes down on you, you either collectivize or you run like a solitary rat.
You see what I'm saying? When it comes down on you, you either collectivize or you run like a solitary rat. Motherfucker better start collectivizing. That's what it's going to. You got to listen, man. You know what, dog? This shit ain't working. The fans ain't going for it. They're not falling for the banana in the tailpipe. Streaming is killing us as well. What we going to have to do, dog? Listen, we can't be paying y'all. And guess what? Or you'll just end up like Keith Thurman. Keith Thurman had 3 fights in 6 years. Nigga want astronomical amount of money. The nigga want astronomical amount of money. I'm keep one time Thurman. Shout out to Phil on the Tube. Salute says, I'm keep one time Thurman. My name's still ringing bells in these streets. Listen, man. You were popping back in 79. I give you that. In 79, you did win the Player of the Year award, the Pimp of the Year award. I give you that. But right now, Keith Thurman, man, it's 2023, dog. Your day has come and gone. On one time, baby. On one time. Caller, hold on. Shout out to Jonathan for dropping that $2 super chat. He said Top Rank is the best bang for your buck right now. You know, again, I think it'd just be good if they just stop making so many pay-per-view fights. Every fight is not a pay-per-view fight. That's all. Just listen. Pay-per-view is just supposed to be for big events. If it's not a big event, don't tell me because it's Tank Davis. He fighting Esau Cruz when anything Tank with is pay-per-view. No, that's bullshit. Because he's flopping on all of his pay-per-views. He ain't doing what y'all say he doing. If what you said was so true and everybody was so successful and y'all was banging out like that, we talking about pay-per-views, only that, right? And these guys are pay-per-view stars outside of the Ryan Garcia and Tank fight or Spence and Mikey fight or whatever. Come on, man, like, bro, if it was doing what y'all said it was doing, and tell me why the network dropping y'all. It was all smoke and mirrors. I can tell you for a fact that all of the stuff that was being reported about Spence from a PPV standpoint, sales standpoint, that was bullshit. Crawford got a chance to see the books. He got the transparency. A lot of this stuff be over-evaluated in the public through media outlets. You thinking this dude bigger than what he really is? He really ain't that. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
What's up, Coach? I'm Coach Eddie from the ATL. What's happening, brother?
Coach Eddie, talk to me.
Hey, man, good show today, man. You right about these guys. They should have been fighting each other, man. You know, back in it. I like how you break down the little cartoon characters, and that's be funny, man. So be cracking me up, man. Like I say, right now it needs to be like Street Fighter versus Mortal Kombat. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Shaolin versus Wu-Tang. Not all these guys ain't trying to fight all these easy fights. You know, that's what happened, man. You keep putting on trash, man. You know, people like, nah, I'm not buying this, man. I'm not buying. You can't just keep conning the public. And then Floyd Mayweather trying to con us once again. I'm not putting another dime in Floyd Mayweather's pocket, man. After you ran that game with us, that Manny Pacquiao fight, yeah. I ain't giving him nothing. He trying to get us again. And then he had the audacity to sit up there in the press conference and brag about how much money he took from Showtime.
Yeah.
I said, man, this guy.
Bragged about that. yeah, man, you know, if y'all gonna keep paying, I'm gonna keep playing. You know, I mean, don't get mad at me. Like I said before, don't get me remember me throwing money at the camera. Don't get mad at me. You know, if y'all gonna keep paying, I'm gonna keep playing. So, Floyd, what you did was very, very good for yourself and your pockets. I take my hat off to you. You broke the bank. You got a bunch of Flomos who love you to death, worship you. That's fine. I ain't got no issues with that. But guess what? Now, outside of the fighters who made their money and are rich, look at the rest of it. So, rest of boxing, everybody ain't no Floyd. Everybody ain't making no money like that. So, what I want in a perfect world, Coach Eddie, I want it to be a consolidation. I think if there's less networks that these promotional companies can go to, then it will force them to make the top fights, and it'll force those fighters. It'll force those fighters. Okay, look, I tell you what, homie. How about you said you want to Keith? Oh, you want $10 million, huh? Who you think it is? DJ Quick? King Capri? I tell you what. You want $10 million? You got to fight Boots. Oh, hold on now.
Exactly.
I got to. What you talking about now? Hold on now. I ain't no gatekeeper. Man, do you want the $10 million or what? No, I'll tell you what. No, you know what? Boots ain't no draw. If you want $10 million, you gotta fight. Crawford. You gotta fight Errol Spence. You gotta fight a top guy. Well, I want to fight Crawford and them, but on one time, baby, on one time, this what I need. You know, I got an old and I ain't afraid to let it go. Keith, you already lost. Well, no, this what I need. I'm like, dude, my nigga, you overvaluing yourself, Keith. This is why you can't get a fight. This is why you haven't fought since you fought Mario Barrios last February. You sitting back.
Exactly.
Listen, Coach Eddie, Keith Thurman fought February 2022. Mario Barrios. The man is going on. He ain't gonna have no fight. Well, he might have a fight this year, from what I'm hearing. But guess what? The man is going on almost 2 years. He ain't have a fight. And for what I'm hearing, Coach, it's because he asking for astronomical amounts of money.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's crazy. So
yes, sir, you're right about that. But Cole, I'm gonna be real quick. Do you remember back in the day, and what you said is right. They got to put them all in the same game. It was this game back in the day. It was called Capcom versus Street Fighter. Basically, you had Ken versus Cyclops. Yeah. You would have goddamn Mr. Bison versus Wolverine. Yeah. You had all the killers on one game, and they had to fight each other. It wasn't no goddamn back in there. This is the best of the best. Everybody had to fight the best. If it's not Shaolin versus Wu-Tang, I ain't buying it. I want to see some good fights, Coach. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna give them 5 tickets. Or I'm gonna wait till it come out on YouTube. They're gonna have to put out a good product. But that's my call, Coach.
I shout out to Coach Eddie, ATL, stand up. And this is the thing, right? Okay, if you gonna put on a whole head cheese sandwich versus beans and weenies, if that's the type of fight you're gonna put on, okay, fine. Just don't make it a pay-per-view fight. We should be getting Demetrius Andrade and David Benavidez fights like that on the regular. Okay, we should be getting, because that's what Hagler and them did. That's what Sugar Ray Leonard and them did. That's what Roberto Duran and them did. I mean, yeah, they had a couple of tomato cans. They did fight some cans, but they fighting the top guys. Shit, Marvin Hagler fought. Shit, Hagler fought everybody. I think his 50th professional fight. Carla, hold on. His 50th professional fight, he didn't get a shot at the title until he was 49. He had 49 fights before he got a shot at the title. Like, motherfuckers got to really earn the right to get a shot at the title. There's no way that a Rolly Romero should have a belt right now. How you lose to Tank Davis, get knocked out by Tank Davis, move up to 140, and your first fight is a title shot for a vacant title? And you win that in controversy. You can't make this up. Carla, what's your name? You calling from?
Hey, what's up, Coach? Steven from New York.
Steven from New York. Talk to me, fam.
I'm with you, man. The zone seems like the best move for us fans. We'd have Matchroom, we'd have Golden Boy, and then we have the PBC all fighting on the zone. The only one out would be Top Rank, which I would think it would push them a little more to play ball, since now you have the other 3 all on this one. Secondly, the other thing, if not everybody being under the same banner, how about these fighters start to cut out the middleman. I was listening to Rick yesterday, and it was funny. I was sitting there kind of like gazing out, and, you know, to me, I was looking at the big picture and kind of simplifying it. And it reminded me of like the Dougs in like my old neighborhood that would kind of put money out on the street and be, you know, to be a middleman. And that's kind of what Al Heyman is. I mean, he's getting money from one place to pay the fighters, to build up the fighters, and he's utilizing them. I mean, what if you cut the middleman out? You know, the fighters start, doing their own. They have a manager, give him a job. You know, let him go fish the networks and the fights. You know, so
hey, Steven, you
so
know what I would like to see, fam? I would like to see fighters fight on a short-term basis. Okay, I tell you what. I'm gonna tell you what I mean.
Yeah.
No, we not giving you no long-term deals. You know, we're gonna have you on a fight-by-fight basis, a 2-fight deal, short deals, right? And what we're gonna do is, now, if you want to make a certain amount of money for these 2 fights, you gonna this who you're gonna have to fight. We're gonna pick who you fight. You know what I mean? And that's what it's going to be. We're going to pick who you fight. The networks can help change a lot of stuff, because the reason why I say that is because the promoters are beholding to the networks, because the networks are the ones, like Top Rank got ESPN putting the money up for their fights, gave them an annual budget. So if you are ESPN, you tell them, you say, look here, Top Rank, check this out. You want another annual budget? Well, in order for you to get this amount of money from us, we got to see Shakur fight this guy, and this guy.
Yeah, absolutely.
You get what I'm saying? We got to see Teofimo Lopez fight this guy, and this guy. We got to see your other top tier fighters fight the other top tier guys that's on their level. Now, if it's a fight that's with another promotional company or a network, sometimes it ain't nothing you can do about that. But that's what's killing the sport. You're dividing the fan bases with the division from the promotional companies and the networks, because you have fans that are pro networks and pro promotional companies when they should be pro boxing. And that's what I preach over here all the time. So I think that the networks can really say, okay, how much you want, Teofimo? Okay, cool. We just going to sign a 2-fight deal, which after that you can go wherever you want to go. But if you want this money, this is who you're going to have to fight. And I think that'll help out. That'll help out a lot, fam.
Yeah, because they're going to be fighting tough fights rather than nobodies, and just getting by because they're a member of their fighters. One thing that I haven't heard anyone complain about, I have a DAZN subscription. How dare they charge you $27 a month? You get, I will say that even though a lot of the guys I've never heard of, they do put tough fights on for these guys. Like, you see guys coming up, the guy's 7-0, and he's fighting another dude coming up that's 9-0. It's like, these two dudes have a lot to fight for. So, they're going all out at each other. However, I hate this whole thing with the pay-per-view, because not only do they put on the pay-per-view, but then they have the nerve to charge you the full price of the pay-per-view, like a $79.99. Not, like, in other words, if you're a subscriber already, you would think they would give you a discount on that. And then to top it all off, when the fights are going on, they're putting commercials in between the rounds when you want to see the corners talking. They're putting on their AutoZone commercials and
that's the ad revenue. They got, of course, they make money off ads as well, so that's why you see that, the commercials.
Yeah, I do know that, but I'm like, man, you're paying for all this, when you put it on pay-per-view fights, come on, man, But, that's what I got to say about that for today.
All right, shout out to Steve from New York.
Say what's up.
Like, man, listen. Like even with DAZN, like, bro, like, y'all got to be putting on some better fights now, because, again, like, you charging the nigga. As a matter, let me tell you what I'm paying for. What I'm paying for DAZN right now. I'm going to pull out my subscription. Yeah, like, I had just, no, as a matter of fact, let me look at my subscriptions, I had just got it back, to be honest with you, because I was like, man, they don't need me keep paying this money. I'm not watching. Hold on, guys. Let me see. What my subscriptions right here? I'm finna tell y'all what I'm paying every month. Let me see. DAZN, I'm paying $24.99 a month. And my subscription renews on the 16th, on November 16th. I'm paying $24.99 a month, DAZN. And I guess what? I don't even watch it, really, to be honest with you. I really don't even watch it. They shouldn't have. I watch what I'm interested in, right? So they shouldn't have certain fights that they're putting on pay-per-view. Like, it shouldn't be on pay-per-view. It shouldn't be on pay-per-view. Some of them. Now, I don't think the Zone do a lot of pay-per-view fights, but you know, my thing is, if you're going to do a pay-per-view fight, I don't give a fuck who it is. It can be Canelo, it can be Tank, it can be Spence. I don't give a damn who it is. If it's not a fight that's worthy of pay-per-view, don't put it on there. But I understand why they do it. It's to offset the cost because a fighter wants a certain amount of money. So, Carla, hold on. So Canelo can say, you got to put Canelo's pay-per-view. You got to make Canelo on pay-per-view because when he was with the Zone and now I don't know which network he's going to have his next fight at, because he demands a certain amount of money. This guy got a $100 million contract. It didn't come from PBC because they didn't put the money up, so that money was coming from the network. I don't know how Showtime getting out of boxing, how that's going to affect the Crawford Spence rematch and fight who Canelo going to fight his next 2 fights. I don't know. Is Al Heyman putting the money up? I seriously doubt that. So again, it's a whole lot, man. If they consolidate it, dog, it'll be a lot better, and we can just cut through the red tape and the politics. Carla, what's your name? You call it from?
It's Curtis from Long Beach.
Curtis from Long Beach, talk to me.
Man, history just shows that, consolidation is the best thing. Some of the best products we have today was due to consolidation. Like the NFL, the Super Bowl came about because I was competing,
NFL and the AFL.
Organizations.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they came together to form one, and now look at today. The Super Bowl is the biggest thing, you know what I'm saying? Even back in the 80s, I didn't see it, but, I watched the documentary. At one point, all the wrestling organizations came together to create one big wrestling event one night and had all their champions compete against each other. You know what I'm saying? And that's still one of the biggest events in history. You know what I'm saying? So it just needs to be done. I don't think Al Heyman will do it. You know what I'm saying? Because, for one, his fighters is too used to getting their way and getting money to fight dudes that they, normally wouldn't fight for that type of money. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think Al Heyman is going to do it, and he's not going to put up his own money. I think he's going to end up signing a deal with somebody else and making it and keeping things the way they are. DAZN on top of that has a track record of forcing the fights that they want to see. Canelo didn't fight Triple G because he wanted to get that third fight and get that easy money. DAZN wanted that fight, and he had to comply. And he's one of the toughest people to make comply. So he went ahead and fought him to fulfill his contract.
Right. Yeah, he had to.
So
the network for DAZN forced that.
They forced that, and that's why I don't think Al Heyman is going to choose DAZN, because DAZN will be picking the fights. They're going to say, hey, you can pick all these fights, but we need to see Tank versus Heyman. That fight needs to happen by such and such time, and I don't think Heyman want to go through that.
Yeah, because
that's why I don't think he's going to choose DAZN.
Yeah. So see, that's the thing, right? Like, for me, I think the networks can play a huge part because it's simple. If you want my money, you're going to have to do what I say do. I'm not coming to you for money. You are coming to me because you have a stable of fighters and you don't want to put your money up. So since you don't want to put your money up and you want to use my money, then guess what? You are going to be beholden to what I say. Listen, some shit got to change. I need this, and this. How much you want? You want an annual budget? You want an annual budget? Nah, let's do something on a fight-by-fight basis. All right, you got Tank fight. Okay, cool. No. You got Crawford fighting. Okay, cool. You got Spence fighting. Okay, cool. Who Spence and Crawford fighting again? Oh, they fighting each other. Okay, cool. Yeah, I give you some money for that. All right, who Tank fighting again? He fight him? How much you want? No, I ain't worried about that. That ain't no pay-per-view fight. Don't worry about that. We'll pass on that. You can probably shop that to another network and see what another network give you the money that you need for that fight. But we ain't giving you no $30 million or no $20 million for no taking Eastside Cruz to fight on pay-per-view. Nah, we ain't getting that. We'll pass on that. Go holler at Coach Malachi. Maybe he got something for you. Who Canelo fighting? David Benavidez. Oh, he ain't fight David Benavidez. Who he fighting again? Carlos Adames? Nah. Carlos Adames. Yeah. Well, Canelo's different. is like cash cow for real. So Canelo was different. He brings in I can't really bring Canelo because he's different. Canelo got a whole country and got a strong fan base here in North America. They're gonna buy, but yet and still, if he wants this $30 million or $40 million for this fight, he's gonna have to fight that guy right there. This is the fight that the fans been asking for years.
Yeah, and to be honest with you, if all of these promotions was under DAZN, I wouldn't give a fuck what the cost was for that subscription. I'll pay it because I'm guaranteed boxing throughout the month. You know, with all those promotions under one banner, there's going to be something on every week. So I wouldn't care what the subscription cost is because I only have Showtime, HBO, and all those other things for boxing. You know what I'm saying? So once HBO was done with boxing, man, I canceled that shit. You know, and the same thing I'm going to do with Showtime. I'm going to cancel that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't watch the shows that they have, you know, and I'm not a subscriber that needs to have it year round for the shows that I do watch. You know what I'm saying? So if DAZN is able to pull it off and get them all, I'm going to pay whatever DAZN wants. You know what I'm saying? And then on top of that, I don't think they'll need to do pay-per-views in because they'll already be getting everybody's money. There's nowhere else for you to go.
Yeah, man. I mean,
so I hope.
Go ahead.
I hope it happens.
All right, well, salute, man. Shout out.
Go ahead.
I'm finished, fam. Shout out to my main man Curtis from Long Beach. Salute, fam. Yeah, man. I mean, that's it. So, I mean, we'll see how this ball bounces, but you can't. You got the fan bases divided. You know, people side with networks, and I mean, siding with networks instead of boxing and this and that, and there lies the problem. You get what I'm saying? So it's just a whole lot of stuff that really ain't got nothing to do with anything, you know?
What about Rocky Marciano?
Oh, there they go. There they go. Every time I start talking about boxing, a white man got to pull Rocky Marciano out their ass. That's the one. Rocky Marciano. Let me tell you something once for all. Rocky Marciano was good, but compared to Joe Louis, Rocky Marciano ain't shit.
He beat Joe Louis' ass.
Yeah, but like you got a motherfucking fighter coming in. I don't care who it is. I don't care who the fighter is. Black, white, Hispanic, Asian. You coming in here asking for astronomical amounts of money? Like you Keith Thurman? Yeah, I want this, I want that. Keith, there's a reason why you haven't fought since February of 2022. No, but see, you know, I'm one time, baby. I'm one time. You know, I'm supposed to get, you know, send me a contract. Why you can't send nobody no contract, Keith? No, man, you know, I talked to Al. Al didn't get in contact with me. Al didn't tell me this. Al didn't tell me that. Keith Thurman, I thought you was your own boss. Keith Thurman was another guy hiding behind Al Heyman. Ducking. You get what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. Nigga come in here asking for all this goddamn money, but you don't want to fight no goddamn body.
Who you think he is? DJ Quick? No, huh? No, I ain't saying Kid Capri?
I didn't say
that. Oh, you must be Jimmy Walker. Blue, you ain't nothing. You don't deserve nothing. You don't get nothing. You get what I give you. I got a contract between me and you that say you do what I tell you to do. Therefore, shut the fuck. Don't say nothing. Don't speak to me. Don't look at me.
I tell you something. Money, you know, I just said.
Blue, if I raise up, gonna be trouble. Trouble. I'm walking off.
Yeah, man, nigga gonna have to walk that off. You gonna have to walk that off, man. You ain't getting all that. And then the thing is again, I don't give a fuck about the networks, promotional companies, none of that. You know, when I grew up, I didn't see, you know, when Marvin Hagler fought John the Beast Mugabe, I wasn't watching him because he was with Top Rank. I don't watch certain fights because they with certain promotional companies. Like this that new school shit. This that we're promoting networks. My fighter fight on this network. You know what I mean? Like, I ain't never seen that like this before in my life. You have boxing fans game banging, digital game banging online for networks and promotional companies. Building barriers for why we shouldn't get fights because they sided with a promoter or sided with a network. Carla, hold on. Instead of building bridges for why we should get the fight. If the end result is we just want to get the fights, then what's the problem? You get what I'm saying? What's the problem? No, well, see, we can get the fight, but what these aerosexuals were saying? Yeah, he can get the fight, but see, what he got to do now, see, you know, 80-20 my fight away. You know, they like these niggas on YouTube channels, they doing 13, 14-hour live shows, arguing and debating about who should get what. My body should get this split. That body should get that split. Dude, how much money you got in your pocket? You get what I'm saying? Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Jamie from New York.
Jamie from New York, talk to me.
Coach, I'm gonna tell you also what else helped. What else fucked up the sport of boxing, man? It's you know, the over marinating these fights, man. You know what I'm saying? Like they make you wait so long to get a fight that you want that by the time it comes, bro, you're disenchanted or disillusioned. You don't want to pay for it. You know what I'm saying? It's like okay, for example, Pacquiao Mayweather. They marinated that shit for like 5-6 years. Yeah. When it finally happened, that fight was garbage, bro. We all have bad memories of that night. I mean, it was great for them, for their pockets, but bro, that was a horrible performance, bro. A horrible fight. You know what I'm saying? Like you mentioned a few names earlier: Duran, Hagler, all of them. Benitez. They mixed it up, bro. They fought each other. They didn't marinate shit for what? For whom? That's not gonna get you anywhere. You know what I'm saying? So, coach, I also put the blames on these fighters. Like, let's talk about the 135-pounders and the ones that moved up to 140. What are they waiting for? Fight, man. You know what I'm saying? This is how you earn a living. What are you waiting for, bro? You're hurting the sport. So, this is on them, too, coach. Yeah. These motherfuckers keep avoiding each other, bro. Yeah, exactly. They're avoiding each other, bro.
It's a fight.
Like, dude. Exactly. Yeah, brother. And another thing, coach, is like, you know, when they're always talking about, we're going to go back to the drawing board and all this shit. They're looking for the easiest opponent for the biggest paycheck. That's what they're interested in, bro. Yeah. They don't want to fight the tough fight. So that's hurting the sport. Motherfuckers, fight, man. You know what I'm saying? Fuck the fans. Don't do it for us. Do it for yourself, for your legacy. You know what I'm saying? Because, bro, that's what you're in the sport for, I guess. I mean, yeah, they're in it for the money, too. It's a job. But, bro, you got fans, man. You know what I'm saying? We support you. Give us a fucking fight.
Well,
that's all I got to say, coach.
All right, shout out to Jamie from New York.
Go ahead, coach.
No, I got you. Hey, no, you know what? No, you can't. You can't even say fuck the fans because if you're asking me to pay pay-per-view for your fight, guess what? If I'm gonna pay the pay-per-view for your fight, then I'm the one that's paying your salary. So you really can't say fuck me. You gotta listen. I gotta be a part of the equation as well. If you say fuck me, guess what? The fans gonna say fuck you. True. That's what the fans. Oh, it's fuck me. Oh, we ain't thinking about what the fans talking about, dog. Fans dumb. They don't know what they talking about. You know what I mean? We ain't thinking about them. Okay. Guess what? When your ass when your next pay-per-view, we gonna show you how dumb we is. True. Because pay-per-view is fans buying the fights. And the money that you're going to make is directly tied to my purse. Hold on, I ain't got no purse, but you get what I'm saying, though. My wallet. I know some of these fighters got purses and stuff. I ain't got no purse, but you get what I'm trying to say. I'm talking about the money. So when you saying fuck me, I'm like, okay, or it's fuck me. Oh, okay, cool. I tell you what. All right, nigga. And then, so when you go triple aluminum at the box office in your next pay-per-view fight, don't be looking crazy. Hold on. Don't be looking crazy like, God damn, man. Damn, I ain't sold but 75,000 pay-per-views. Man, the people ain't buying the fight. Yeah. You remember when you told me, fuck me, us fans don't donate? Yeah, nigga, you went triple aluminum talking that shit. Call what's your name when you call it from?
What up, though, coach? It's $1 Trillion Dreams out of Detroit.
$1 Trillion Dreams out of Detroit. Talk to me.
What's Gucci, my man?
What's going on, fam?
Man, listen. The issue is the pay structure, the Al Heyman pay structure, and the guarantees of these purses. If it was me, I wouldn't guarantee a fighter shit. Like, listen, man, you get like $5 million a guarantee. I don't care who. You know what I mean? Because it's like, how can we continue to pay all this money out, and we're not guaranteed anything? What are you guaranteeing me? Are you guaranteeing me a return or ROI on the money that I'm paying you up front? You know what I'm saying? So it's like they overpaying these guys too much. That's the first thing that needs to be fixed. They all need to go to under one banner. They need to go to like the Zone. I don't really like Prime Amazon thing, because then all it does is just start the process all over again. Al Heyman gonna get a bunch of money. He gonna do what he do again, And it's the same thing that's going to repeat. He needs structure. He needs somebody that's going to be on him, that's not going to allow him to just blow through money like that.
Yeah.
They really got to put on good fights. He got to come up with a new pay structure. And, he got to really do some real promoting. When they give him the money, say, hey, listen, some of this money has to go to live ads. Like, you're going to have to spend some money on actually promoting a fight, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like, spend some of this money on Amazon, on YouTube, on Showtime, on HBO when your fighter's having a fight. A lot of these fights, a lot of people don't even know be happening. The promoters are not doing a good job. And I agree, the fighters still, they need to definitely, link up with like Kai Cenat and all these different YouTubers and stuff like that. And they need to definitely start putting their names out there a little bit better. You got to definitely get out into the mainstream. They need to work on commercialization. Get more commercial. What happened to boxers with Wheatie commercials and, Ben Gay commercials or whatever? You know what I mean? Like, y'all got to get back out there. Nobody know who you are. You're dying.
Yeah, you know what? Hold on. I'm going to pivot to what I was going to go to next. But $1 Trillion Dreams, you hit the nail right on the head, and I'm going to piggyback on what you're saying. Hey, Detroit, stand up, man. Thank you, brother, for calling the show.
That's my call.
Yes,
Thank you.
sir. Yes, sir. Hold on. Check this out. What did I say? I say these guys got to know marketing. They got to know how to brand themselves, especially in today's time. I'm gonna show you some. Ryan Garcia. Hey, I talk a lot of shit about crying Ryan, but boy, guess what? He know how to brand himself on TikTok and social media. And guess what? He helped. He was the main reason why that pay-per-view sold what it sold when he fought Tank. Contrary to popular belief. Call what's your name when you call it from?
Big T from KC.
Big T from KC. Talk to me.
Yeah. Okay, so I agree with everything you're saying, but I think there should be somebody else added. I think they should add Subriel Matias.
Mm. Add what you mean?
To the 140. To the 140. Subriel Matias. They don't even talk about him. Now I would go with him.
No, he's a bad. No, Matias is a bad boy. I think he's a PBC fighter. So if you don't hear nothing about him, I mean that's on his promotional outfit.
Yeah. But you know what? I would put my money on Matias over any of the 140s. Mm-hmm. I think he's that good. But I think they kind of silencing him and putting him. You don't hear nothing about him.
No.
I mean, yeah. But you saying they a PBC fighter? I didn't know he was a PBC fighter.
Yeah, Matias is over the PBC. So so if he's not being promoted well, that's partially his fault. And don't know about it.
Right.
Again, a lot of these fighters, like, they're gonna have to change their business model. It's just as simple as that. Like, dude, we gotta. Like, this is the social media era right now. This is the social media era right now. And what it is we're gonna have to find more creative ways in order to get our brand known out there. Some of these fighters, they just don't talk. I'm just being honest with you. Some of these fighters, they just don't talk, man. They don't really say much. And some of these fighters, they're not really good with the media. Crawford used to be like that. He used to be like that, to be fair. But it's a new day.
Okay.
These guys got to know how to market themselves. They got to know how to talk.
Right.
Man, listen, man, right now, Jake Paul and them, the best thing smoking right now. I'll be over there with Jake Paul and Tommy Fury and them. I'll be over there all in the videos, Diddy bopping. Man, Jake, what's going on, boy? Jake the Snake, what's happening, man? I got to get introduced to that casual market. You get what I'm saying? But some of these dudes, they too cool and too sexy for their shirt.
Yeah, you're right, brother. You're right.
You know what I mean?
All right.
But shout out to Big T, man. KC, stand up. Salute, fam. Yeah, man. You get what I'm saying? Like, some of these dudes, listen. And if you listen, I say this time and time again, these guys are going to have to change how they do things. I like Keith Thurman. Keith Thurman he's a good talking mofo. He's from the Bay Area, right? Keith Thurman gonna talk. The only problem is this is the fight game. You have to talk. You have to fight and talk. You got to fight and talk. If you're hardly fighting, people don't know who you is, out of sight, out of mind. You're hardly fighting. And a closed mouth don't get fed. So if you hardly fighting, and you couple that with you ain't doing no talking, people gonna forget about you. And if you, Carla, hold on. And if you're doing a lot of talking, but you hardly fighting, guess what? There's no way you can build your brand. I'm a boxer. Oh, you is? Yeah. When last time you had a fight? If there's no way Jake Paul or Logan Paul should have had more fights than you in the past 3 years. You get what I'm saying? You the real fighter. He the social media influencer fighter. But guess what? He got more fights than you in the past 2 years. And you've been gone so long, you got to try to reintroduce yourself to the new fan base that's out there. You get what I'm saying? Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
What's good, Coach? This is Modern King Boxing, Ronald Finkley.
Modern King Boxing, talk to me, fam.
You know, to piggyback off what you said about the Jake Paul fight, I actually bought that fucking fight because I think it was a drought during that time. And Jake Paul was fighting. The guy before he fought just now, I didn't know who the guy was, but I just felt like that fight was kind of like a decent matchup. And no, it was the Tommy Fury fight I bought. I bought the Tommy Fury fight.
Yeah, me too.
The guy he fought before them. And I kind of like bought that fight because I thought it was a decent matchup. But that's the thing, like I'm not into that to that YouTube fighting, but I think it was a drought around that time. But like you said, man, like there's been a lot of good talking points on like what's gonna happen with the PBC, and I just feel like they just need to consolidate, like you said, they need to go like to DAZN more because I don't want them to start that same train as far as like thinking that they boxers are the best boxers when the fans want to just see them matched up with the good boxers that we know are relevant to who they are in their division. And man, it's just crazy, yo. Like how it's just real interesting to see. I'm in suspense really to see what the fuck the PBC gonna do. You know what I mean? I'm really in suspense right now, man. But this has been a great show, man. I just wanted to call in and chime in, and I'm glad we're getting the David Benavidez fight versus Demetrius Andretti. And that's a real fight. At least PBC going out with a bang. I gotta give him props for that shit because that's a real fight right there. And Demetrius Andretti already is accoladed to the division. You know, he only fought one fight at 168, but you can tell that Demetrius Andretti is visibly stronger. Because when I seen him on that interview with Jamal Charlo, you could tell that he was bigger than Charlo. You see what I'm saying? Charlo looked at weak, Jamal Charlo, compared to Demetrius Andretti. So I just think it's going to be a real good confidence fight. It's going to be a boxer, a pure boxer. Because everybody don't think that Demetrius Andretti is a pure boxer, but he's a pure boxer versus a banger. And we know that David Benavidez can bang. This is going to be a war. Trust me, Coach. This is going to be a war. I'm not usually wrong on these shit either, bro. This is going to be a war. Watch.
Okay.
That's my call, Coach.
All right, shout out to Modern King Boxing, man, Vermont, man. Salute, fam. Yeah, I mean, that ain't no pay-per-view fight there, to be fair. It's a damn good fight on paper, you know, but it's not a pay-per-view fight. You know, it's not a pay-per-view fight. But in this era, they put everything on pay-per-view. Now, I want you guys to see this. Y'all check this out. Check this out. Now, this is what Oscar De La Hoya is saying. He say, as a matter of fact, hold on. Let me get to everything Oscar said. Let me get to everything that Oscar said. Hold on. Hold on, guys. Let me get to everything Oscar said. Ryan Garcia is saying, today is a really important day for boxing. HBO and Showtime defined our sports for a generation, and now they are both out. All of us boxers need to make our collective fight. We got to be thinking about marketing, new audiences, investors, global, all of it. You know what I mean? So, and I said this. I said this about the marketing. They got to know how to market themselves. They got to know how to brand themselves. They got to get out here and be seen and be sociable and stuff like that. It's the nature of the beast. Do you get what I'm saying? And then Oscar De La Hoya replied, let me see. Let's go right here. Terence Crawford was saying, let me see what Terence Crawford said. Let's go right here. I'm going to pull him up and I'm going to pull up Oscar De La Hoya. Because Bud was saying this. Crawford was saying, look, man, hold on. I'm going to show you guys this right here. Check this out. This Oscar. Bud was saying, this is what Oscar was saying. He was saying that he was upset, you know, watching his own YouTube fighters is high-level technical boxing at its finest. Boy, hush. What is this cat? Well, Oscar De La Hoya, cat like a well. I guess he was talking about Jake Paul and them. Boy, hush. Anyway, high-level technical fighting. He said he salute Showtime. He saluted Showtime. There's something else, right? What else did De La Hoya say? Because Bud piggyback off of something he said. Bud piggyback off of something he said about the zone, about Showtime leaving, and he wished that Showtime, you know, what the fighters got to do. We got to come together. We got to come together as promoters and work together, right? So Crawford was like, what did Bud say? Oscar De La Hoya said, hold on. Oscar De La Hoya said, I salute Showtime for nearly 40 years of commitment. We got to come together and work together. Ryan Garcia said that today is a very important day in boxing. Talk about Showtime and them. He said we got to work together. Terence Crawford said, hey, I couldn't agree more. The system isn't going to fix itself. We're going to have to think different. Look at every other sport that's building empires by doing it. Us fighters need to come together. You know, we can fight in the ring, but work together for our sport and families. Then De La Hoya said what he said. And then Terence Crawford said, respectfully, Oscar De La Hoya, if the fighters aren't at the table, it's not going to work. So what De La Hoya was saying was the suits need to come together. He's saying the suits, the promoters and men need to come together and work together in order to put on bigger fights. Crawford is saying, okay, that's cool, but us fighters need to be at the table as well. Oscar De La Hoya said that, hey, respectfully, Terence Crawford, you don't know what you're talking about. You know what I mean? You know, that'd be a terrible idea. Now, Oscar is speaking in his promotion. I'm trying to read it right here. He's speaking like a promoter. He's saying it'd be a terrible idea that fighters be at the table as well. Now, I'm going to tell you why the promoters don't want the fighters at the table. Because there's a lot of things from a money standpoint that fighters don't know that they can make, from not only just merchandise, but what is it? I want to say, damn, I forgot what it's called. Damn, Rick Glazer said it on the show, and Steve Kim said it on the show. Was it ad revenue? I want to say certain ad dollars. Like the promotional companies may receive a certain amount of ad revenue that the fighters may not be privy to, and they may not get a cut of that. So a promoter don't want the fighter at the table. Understandably so, if a group of promoters is getting together to try to say the sport or putting it together, trying to get a deal with a network, they don't want the fighters there, right? And then Bud replied back. He said, this is the exact same. This is what I'm talking about. If the fighters are not there, it's not going to work. So I say, listen, the fighters, the promoters, networks, all of them come together to see what they can do. They got to stop dividing the pie, stop playing on the wrong side of the street politics. You know, I don't know where the PBC is going to go as a network or a company. If they go to Amazon Prime, there's a good chance, you know, if Amazon Prime gives them a budget like all them other guys gave them a budget and they end up getting out of the game as well, then there's a good chance we may see the same thing. Wrong side of the street politics. It's going to be where you got to come to Amazon Prime. You know what I mean? You're on the wrong side of the street. If you want to make it fight with me, you got to come over here, Amazon Prime. You know, you got to leave your promoter, and then, you know, it's going to be the same thing. So this is why I say I think boxing needs to become more consolidated. If it's more consolidated, I think us as boxing fans will get the fights that we want.
True.
That's what I think. If it's more consolidated, we'll get the fights that we want. Because, you know, if there's another network in the game, if Amazon was to get in the game, and let's say that happens, then it's a good chance that we can see the same thing all over again. And for me, I think the wrong side of the street politics is what killed it.
True.
Justifying top guys now fighting each other. You know, hold on. Shakur Stevenson can't fight Tank Davis because that's not a big fight. Nobody really wants that fight. But everybody want Tank and Esau Cruz. You get what I'm saying? You know, Boots can't really get no fight with any of the top guys right now. None of the top guys. He ain't gonna get a fight with Spence. He ain't gonna get a fight with Crawford. They moving to 154 for what I'm hearing. So he's gonna be the top dog at 147 if he fight everybody and get the belts. Did you get what I'm saying? So there's a lot of things that's gonna need to be changed. They gotta consolidate, man, and the fighters gotta stop hiding behind network executives. They got to stop hiding behind promotional companies, and they got to stop hiding behind their advisors. They got to stop doing that too. Everybody plays a part. Carla, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, Slim, what's good with you? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, fam.
All right, I'm in a different part of the house. Look here, man. I side with Oscar on this because fighters are at the table. It's just that all the fighters shouldn't be at the table. Like, you don't think Cinnamon is at the table? Cinnamon's at the table. Yeah, Anthony Joshua is at the table. Yeah. You dig what I'm telling you? All fighters should be. That's like letting a motherfucking McDonald's worker open up and close. You think what the hell? You know what I'm saying? You don't give everybody the keys to the Jeep. You dig what I'm telling you? No. Certain fighters are at the table. Do Bud think he's at the table? I think Bud is at the table now. He probably wanted to be at the table a much earlier in his career, but you weren't there, Slim. It just is. That's why I'm going to disagree with Bud. Oscar has been there. He's been on both sides. Why do you think so all of a sudden boxers need to be at the table? Then what the fuck is Oscar doing having a promotional company? What the fuck is Mayweather doing having a promotional company? What the hell is all these boxers who have promotional companies? They're at the table. You dig what I'm telling you?
Yeah, I'm not saying every fighter. I agree with you. Like the fighters who carry the sport.
Right, yeah, exactly. So think about it. They are at the table. It's just that Amar Charlo shouldn't be at the table. Barrio shouldn't be at the table. I don't want to pick on PBC fighters, but you know what I'm saying. Just no. Everybody. Teofimo Lopez shouldn't be at the table. He ain't there yet, man. You ain't there yet, Slim. But at the end of the day, man, I hate to say it, I am not pro boxer on this, and it's just like any other sport. Every time you give the players more leverage or anything like that, the shit goes down, man. It just does. Look at the NFL. Motherfuckers don't want to practice. They get broke the fuck up, and it doesn't help the brand. Same thing with the NBA. Motherfuckers want to do load management. It hurts the brand. So, I mean, if boxers want to do the right thing, get unionized. Work from there. Start there first.
Yeah, because the NBA has a union, and I think NFL has a union as well.
You get a union first.
Yeah.
Right. So start with a union first. All this belly aching and shit, man. Ain't nobody got time for a lot of these overpriced ass boxes, man. A lot of y'all just hell no. At the end of the day, you know me. I'm gonna leave it. Yeah, go ahead.
So how do you determine which fighters get at the table and which fighters don't get at the table? Like, how do you determine that?
We already know who get at the table. The ones who actually move the needle. We know Cinnamon moves the needle. He's at the table. It is not a debate that he's at the table. So we gotta so when Bud talks, he gotta be specific on who he's talking about. Because when he's talking, it sounds like he's talking in general. You dig what I'm telling? Oh well, yeah. Well, every fighter needs to be at the table when they make a fight. No, they don't.
So you are you saying it could be like a players union, like when the NFL they don't have every every player at the table. They have the representative,
exactly,
the leader of the union at the table.
They have a representative.
So that can be
right.
Canelo.
They have a representative.
Canelo can speak on the behalf of all fighters.
It can be it don't even have to be the best player. Technically, 9 times out of 10, the best player is never the president of the union. Right. It's never been like that. You dig what I'm telling you? Mm-hmm. It's always been the smart guy. It's been the union president. It's always the smarter guy who knows how to negotiate some shit, who actually knows how to read a contract. Mm-hmm. You dig? So at the end of the day, start there first. I'm a boxing fan. I can give fucks about y'all purses. I need value. I need the best. I need the best product out on this motherfucking TV screen or when I go out to these fights. I'm tired of y'all motherfuckers hiding. Stop hiding. Stop hiding behind networks. All this shit does not help the sport. And that's all I got to say, Mo. Like, it's either DAZN or bust with me, man. That's just how it is. Yeah, I'm out.
And you want DAZN because you wanted to be consolidated. So it could be.
I want it to be more consolidated. Yeah. We don't need all these goddamn islands. They already had, and when people bring up Prime, they already had CBS and Fox. What more viewership can you get?
Yeah. I got you.
All right, I'm out.
Shout out to Brown Boy Fred. DC, stand up. Let me get the super chats out the way, man. Shout out to Abdul Wakil. What you say, fam? He say I was no good after that tag team match. Salute. Oh, the tag team match. I did not see that Jake Paul card. I mean the Tommy Fury card. I haven't seen it. Shout out to the Opinion Show. Okay. Dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey Leroy. Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy. I mean, so you telling him a union back foot? You know what? I wonder what Boston will probably work better with a union, huh? What do you guys think? I think Bud has a point. But what if Boston had a union though? Shout out to the Opinion Show. He said when PBC going to Amazon be good for boxing to go to a platform that has 167 million subscribers, that puts your product in front of more people. Yeah, but to see, it's not that simple. Carla, hold on. I mean, if out of that 167 million subscribers, how many of those guys are going to buy fights? How many of people, like, what's the demographics of those 167 million subscribers? You know, is it mostly women? So it's not as simple as you're going to go to a platform that have a whole lot of subscribers, and just by you having your product on there, everybody going, a good percentage going to buy it. You're going to be seen by a bunch of eyeballs. Yeah, it doesn't necessarily work that way, fam. It may not work that way at all. Because you're assuming that out of 167 million eyeballs, bro. Listen, they was with Carla. Hold on. They was with Showtime. Showtime was the premier boxing channel for years, and if you can't make it on Showtime, how you gonna make it on Amazon Prime? Amazon Prime is not a boxing network, a sports network, but Showtime is, or was. And before that, HBO was. So if you can't make it on the premier, something that's an established brand in the sport, known for boxing, then I can't assume that you go into a spot that got 167 million subscribers. That means that you're gonna be seen in front of a lot more people. I don't see that, fam. I'll call her. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Troy Graham, Baltimore.
I will address the other.
Nerve,
hold on.
man.
I will address the other super chats in a minute. Bear with me. Let me get through this call with Troy. Troy, talk to me.
No, Coach, you want to knock out the super chats all over?
Okay.
Knock out super chats out this hole.
Yeah, yes, sir. Shout out to Boxing Gyms.
Mm-hmm.
We're dropping that quarter of a dub on your boy. He say Andre Ward would be a good rep. Yeah, absolutely. If you form a union, that'll be a good rep. Andre Ward, absolutely. I can go for that. I can go for that. Cause you need a spokesperson, Gyms, for the fighters. If you go that way. Shout out to Modern King Boxing. We're dropping that quarter of a dub on your boy. He say fire show. I appreciate that, fam. Shout out to Nigel. Dropping them 2 pounds on your boy. He said PBC on the zone, access to the international market. Okay, cool. Yeah, absolutely. Troy Graham, talk to me, fam.
Yeah, how you doing, man? Yeah, you hit that nerve when you said union, because you know that's what me and Major was working on years ago, and things just didn't work out the way it was. Something, But anyway,
yeah.
This is what I've said. If I said it once, if I say it 1,000 times, boxers are the business, boxing is the vehicle. Everybody's wondering who's going to do this, who's going to do that. You could set boxing up in a couple of ways. You could do it by tiers, like an insurance. You have a platinum level, gold level, and so on and so forth. Or you could do franchises, like a McDonald's does franchise. Okay, because not all boxers have the mindset of I want to manage myself and so forth and so on. Yeah, okay, true. So for those who don't want to do that, right? Say okay, fine. You're a Crawford, and you get signed with you go to this big corporation, and now you're Crawford LLC something boxing, right? So now you handle your own business, but you could also manage and handle other fighters, and you could actually give them the power to do the same thing. It's just a franchise. You set it up either like a franchise or you set it up in tiers. It's not that difficult to me because I see it. I guess I just have a further outlook than most folks. But this whole nonsense with Oscar saying, well, Oscar is right. He's right and he's wrong. Everybody does need to come together and work together. Crawford is right as well. But to say that the boxers shouldn't be included is a lie, because if you take them away, you have no business. You just have a vehicle. Kind of like, okay, coach, you have a Benz. You're the driver. The car don't move without you. The car is just a damn vehicle. Boxing needs boxers. And then the reason why everything is closing down and failing, because you can't be parted like the Red Sea and make any money in boxing. Everybody has to work together. That's the way it has to be. That's the way it's always been. Don King said it best. Black and white equal green. He would work with the devil if he had to. It doesn't matter. You put that shit aside and you work it out. Until that gets taken care of, you're going to keep seeing, how does HBO go out of business for boxing? How does Showtime go out of business for boxing? How? Because you don't know what the hell you're doing. And this is not Showtime. HBO don't know what he's doing. But whoever's sitting at the helm of it, like this, I don't know, what's his name? You know what I'm talking about from PBC. He's not a boxing guy. He comes from music business. So he really doesn't know the ins and outs of boxing enough. I'm pretty sure he has some boxing minds around him, but obviously he's the one in control.
All right, I got you.
Once is a mistake, twice is on purpose, and when it happens a third time, then you need to get out the business. You have a good day, bro.
All right, shout out to Troy and be more. Again, me personally, we can make a million suggestions. I don't know exactly what's the right answer. I don't know. What I do know is where it's at now, that shit ain't work. That's what we do know. We do know that what the way it's been going, it ain't been working. The over them marinating fights, that's not working. The top guys not wanting to fight each other, hiding behind their promoters and advisory companies, that's not working. Practicing wrong side of the street politics, that's not working. So we know what don't work because we see what's happening. You get what I'm saying? So again, now if you're talking about having a union, now you're saying that boxing has to be organized. Well, boxing is not an organized sport. Well, I guess it's organized from a criminal standpoint because, because you got a lot of criminals in boxing, mafia figures and stuff like that. So maybe it's organized crime like that, but it's not an organized sport. It's not regulated, none of that. So, you're talking about just changing the entire business model of boxing, and I don't see that happening. And I don't care what, Crawford won't be able to do it. Ryan Garcia won't be able to do it. I don't see that happening. Fighters coming together on one accord to form a union in order to try to change the sport, that has never happened before. That I know, that ain't never happened before that I know of. So yeah, I don't see that, man. A lot of these fighters have egos. I don't know. I think that would be good for the sport if the fighters had a union. I do think that'd be good for the sport, but how they will pull that off, I have no idea, fam. I have no idea. I'll call it. What's your name? Where you calling from?
What's up, Coach? It's Jerry from Baltimore.
All right, Jerry from B-More. Talk to me.
Great topic, brother. Great topic. You saying it all, man. But the bottom line is boxing got to make some changes, man. It just does. The NFL every year they make changes to make that game more exciting, and it's already a successful product. Baseball recently made changes that have sped up the game. You want to be successful on a major league sport, you got to take the generations with you, and boxing simply has not done that. The fact that these promoters don't work together, your last caller was a good caller, and I made a lot of good points, but I disagree with them. Promoters have never really worked together. They only do it when it's most mutually advantageous for big paydays. That's when they'll do it. Or if it's some crossroads up and comer where they don't have a lot invested, sometimes you see that. But for practical purposes, they don't work together. And that is one thing that fucks the sport up because the rankings are just bullshit. They might as well just, they're bought and paid for, they're bullshit. When a guy's do his shot, he doesn't get it because the promoters, it's different promoters, different networks. Showtime not being in boxing is a real blow to the sport because, like you said, if you can't make it on this format, some new format that's barely invested, how the hell or you couldn't make it on an established format like Showtime or HBO, how the hell are you going to make it, on a new format that's really not invested?
On a new format, for you to tell me that they got 100 million subscribers, so that was automatically going to translate into PBC putting on successful pay-per-views. That means those 100 million subscribers, a percentage of them are going to be buying the fights. No, it doesn't work that way. Hold on. So you're telling me just because, let's say PBC was to go to Amazon Prime, that automatic is going to translate into all these pay-per-view fights that they couldn't sell on Showtime. Automatically, that's going to be sold on Amazon, and you get what I'm saying? Bro, that ain't none of that making no sense to me, bro. Nah.
Got a great point. But what I'd also like to say is, Al Heyman and the PBC are catching a bunch of shit, and I get that they're partly guilty. But guess what? Showtime and HBO, who's been out of the game for 5 years now, and HBO was the gold standard.
Yeah,
they had the biggest budget. They were the best. Some of the best fights you ain't ever seen was on HBO for 40, 50 years. But HBO and Showtime was always the channels that people bought. We bought those channels, and I've had them both as long as I've had cable because that's where the movies would land. Things have changed. Now you can go buy a movie independently, on several different formats, Zulu, this and that. You don't have to make a subscription, right? So their subscription base has been dropping all along. And so what they did is they started making original program, like The Sopranos and basically nighttime soap operas, in an effort to keep right, but it's still declining. And so what is the residual? Just like HBO. You know, Bob Arum and Oscar De La Hoya was doing a lot of business with HBO. Nobody really blamed them because HBO went out. I don't think Al Heyman is to blame. He didn't make all the right moves, but none of these motherfuckers make all the right moves.
You talking about HBO?
He's not perfect.
You talking about for HBO?
Well, I'm talking about Showtime now. You know, Al Heyman.
Yeah, I don't know why. HBO. I don't think Al Heyman or any network had anything to do with that. It's just.
Well, they blamed Al Heyman. They blamed Al Heyman because they claimed that Al Heyman signed up all the fighters. You know, a lot of Oscars fighters. He signed up all the fighters and then refused to do business with anybody other than his own in-house shit. But that shouldn't have surprised him. I mean, that's how it goes in business. If Bob Arum could put PBC out of business, he would do it. But I think right now boxing's got to make some major changes. What I'd like to see is, and it probably ain't going to happen, but I'd love to see Amazon invest and make one network for boxing full time. When they're not showing live fights, they're showing old fights. And they tell the promoters, look, enough of this bullshit, man. You guys got to work together. When a guy's do his shot, you got to get it. Ain't no more marinated, none of that bullshit. Because if not, boxing's just going to drop off. It's almost gone.
Okay.
I hate to say it.
All right, well, shout out to Jerry, man, for being more. Salute, fam.
Thanks.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Again, the three things for me, these are the three things that killed it for me. Wrong side of the street politics. Wrong side of the street. Fighters not willing to fight each other, top guys. It's a lot of stuff. Like, you can't be making non-pay-per-view you can't take Hogan, you can't take a top fighter and then put him in there with a caller, hold on. You can't take a class A fighter, then put him in there with a hot dog and say we're gonna put that on pay-per-view. That's another thing. Too many non-pay-per-view fights. I gotta look at my bank statements, but I gotta see how many pay-per-views I paid for this year. Do you get what I'm saying? It's over marinating fights. It's a lot of things. So what I would like to see, I don't care who the network is. I want networks to force Top Rank, Matchroom. I don't care who it is. If you want my money, this is what you're going to have to do. I need something in writing. You get what I'm saying? If you want me to put my money up, okay, I'll put my money up, but this what I want. I'm not just going to give you some money and then say, do what you do, and let's see how it work out. No, it ain't. No, hell no. Fuck that. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Well, fuck that, coach. Nah, y'all from Brooklyn, man.
Oh, y'all from Brooklyn. Talk to me, fam.
Yo, man. I'm listening to the show, and it seems like to me that people making this shit more complicated than it really is, man.
Mm-hmm.
Because, the bottom line is this. The multi-billion-dollar conglomerate, HBO, Showtime, they see years ahead of us. You know what I'm saying? Mm. You notice how HBO pulled out a year or two ago?
Yeah.
It's all based on the streaming.
No, they pulled out about 5 years ago, yeah. But I know what you're saying.
Right. But look, that's my point. They way ahead of us, the way we see things. These people got people that their job is to predict what's going on in the market in the future. If you take away streaming, the game would have remained the same. None of this panic is not happening. Boxing's at a crossroad right now. They got to get revenue from ads. They got to get revenue from sponsorships now. They can't rely on pay-per-view revenue. Mm. They also push the issue putting all types of shit on pay-per-view that didn't deserve it. Because like when you say, when I was younger, the Tyson fight came on pay-per-view. The big shit, like Leonard Hearns, like a pay-per-view had closed circuit. It meant something to be pay-per-view. They started putting all these shit pay-per-view. People started streaming, and they losing half of their revenue. So the networks is out. They're not putting on no fucking access to pay for that shit when they get half the revenue. Mm. It's taken away through the streaming. It's not complicated. Like, I can't blame Al Heyman. You know what I'm saying? He's a businessman out for himself. He always made money in whatever he did, but people didn't anticipate the streaming would do this to the game. Now, I think that boxing's at a crossroad where they're going to be forced to put on better shows to get sponsorship, to get advertising money.
So the over-marinating the fights, that didn't play a role in it. The making non-pay-per-view fights pay-per-view didn't play a role in it. The wrong side of the street politics, that didn't play a role in it neither?
No, I just said, like, putting all these bullshit fights pay-per-view played a huge role in it. Because, like, yo, you asking people to pay $80 for a fight, like, I might not even watch for free. You know what I'm saying? That forced it. But the bottom line is, it's not that complicated. They're going to have to get revenue somewhere else. They're going to have to get outside sponsorships because they can't rely on this pay-per-view money no more, man. You know, that's all I got for you, Coach. Yo, peace and love, man. Great show.
Shout out to y'all, man. Salute, fam. I mean, the thing is this is the thing, right? Again, like, bro, it's just certain fights just common sense. But the reason I get it, the reason why they put certain fights on pay-per-view, because these fighters won astronomical amounts of money. And the network probably saying, well, look, ain't finna put his money up. You know, Florida ain't putting his money up. No, dog, I ain't finna be putting no money up. So what we gonna put it on pay-per-view, and you gotta convince the fans to buy your fight in the streaming era. And the fans are gonna determine, well, you know what, dog, I don't think this worth my money. I'm not paying for that. I'm not paying for that. Do you get what I'm saying? The fans ain't stupid. And if they can watch the fight for free, hold on. If they can watch the fight for free instead of paying for it, what you think they gonna do? But if you want them to pay for the fight, at least give me value for what you're asking for. If you're asking for $80, give me value. There's a reason why Showtime is leaving boxing. The same reason why HBO left boxing. And it's worse now. You get what I'm saying? So, I mean, come on, man. I mean, that's just the reality of the situation. You know, listen, all the other shit, you know, all the wrong side of the street politics, that's probably still going to be there. That's probably still going to have the same thing. It's still going to be set tripping about these networks again. I promise you. Watch. I'll call it. What's your name? Where you call it from?
Hey, this is Swan Jones from Fort Worth, Coach.
Salute. That's why I talk to me, fam.
Hey, what's up, fam? Hey, dope. Hey, man, dope topic, man. Dope topic, man. Just listening to the conversations today, man, just hearing your spill on it, you know, just in the chat, man. Yo, I think it's big things going on in boxing, man. I remember you shot me something in the chat, man. 2023 was a dope year, man. I think it was a lot of innovation that went on and that's what we know. That's what I know about suits, man, and marketing. It's always a 5, 10 year, 50-year plan, whatever they got. So by the time they come out to the open, they've been working on that thing for a minute. So it's like what I seen with Espinosa and all this other stuff, man. They knew moves was gonna happen this year, last year, or maybe 2, 3. Maybe, you know what I'm saying?
I said that in the beginning of the show. Espinosa knew that Showtime was going to end boxing. He didn't just find out a couple of days ago. He been knew. He been knew, but he wasn't saying anything.
Yeah, no, that's real shit. You know what I'm saying? That's real shit, and it makes sense. You know, it makes sense. What I'm looking at now is like, see, them suits know money can be made. So because you know with the Ryan fight, you know we had some big numbers this year. But what them suits gonna look at is how did that happen? So when they do that, it's all, you know, it come down to your marketing power, come down to like you've been talking about the whole time. Like we know, all that stuff happened because the fighters had a bringing to come forward to make it a pay-per-view event. That's what made it exciting. That's what made everybody a win. So not every fighter is like that. So it's like what I'm seeing, what I think is gonna happen is that if them fighters want that kind of money, they definitely gonna have to fight on Tuesdays and Fridays again. You're gonna have to give us more work. People gonna have to see you, and then to even have a pay-per-view, you're gonna have to have a certain level of social media following. You're gonna have a certain satisfaction by the public opinion. They're gonna make pay-per-view something that these fighters is like a privilege. Like, and the fighters kind of did it to they. I don't want to keep going, but I mean the fighters kind of did it to themselves because they didn't stay active. They didn't give on like great performances during that. You know, it didn't meet the hype to some degree. So I think that them suits gonna level it, man. They gonna level that shit. Them fighters that want some money, then you gonna have to work. Like you said, them networks. Look, I ain't paying $5 for no bullshit. I'm paying for what I want, and that's what I agree with what you said. They gonna make them fighters work, man.
All right, well,
For real.
shout out to Spot Jones, man. Fort Worth, Texas, man. Salute, fam. Stand up.
Salute, man.
Yes, sir. I'm just saying, like, see, I go by an old model, right? And this is something I taught when I was in the Nation of Islam. If the masses don't benefit, the classes don't count. What does that mean? You can show me, and you have these fans that be online arguing, right? Well, my fighter got this, my fighter got that. I said, okay, fine. Okay, you're one fighter having this and having this car, that mansion. Hold on. How does that happen in the sport? My fighter don't have to fight the top guys because he's a cash cow. Okay, well, we found out that wasn't true. Yes, he's box office at the live gate, but outside of that, everything else is shaking like booty meat, right? That's fine. So what happens is if the masses don't benefit, the classes don't count. What that means is this here. You can show me a Canelo. You can show me a Crawford. You can show me a Tank. You can show me a Haney. You can show me a Tyson Fury, a Joshua, a Wilder. And you can say these guys, we do the money. They got the money. They doing good. Yeah, but the rest of the sport is suffering because you're talking about this one guy. So if the classes, you're talking about a certain class of fighters that's doing well versus the masses of boxing that's really not, and you're asking the fans to foot the bill for fights that these top guys don't even want to fight each other, most of them. And when it's time to fight each other, they want astronomical amounts of money. And that's fine. I ain't got no problem with no fighter. Listen, if a fighter won $100 million to fight somebody, if you can get it, go get it. Whoop-de-doo. But guess what? You don't dictate what the fuck I'm going to pay for. If you ain't giving me the fight that I want, nigga, I don't give a fuck about your Lambo, your Bentley, how many Instagram followers you have. I ain't paying for that shit. I'm just saying. I mean, so I think it has to be more of a collective effort. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Man, what's up, Coach? It's D-Block. 2 times.
D-Block, talk to me.
Coach, I'm going to let you know like this, man. And I'm going to come with it. You know, I love your Floyd Mayweather impersonation. I've been working hard at it, Coach. I've been working very hard at it. Can I duplicate it? Probably not. But I've been thinking, Coach, before I get to that point real quick. I think Floyd Mayweather saw where the money's at with the zone. I think when he established himself and he went onto the zone, he said, okay, they got money here. When the zone was, I think they put the Canelo fight versus Charlo in Europe, right, Coach? It was on the zone.
Yeah. They bought the rights. They bought the foreign rights to show Canelo and Charlo.
There you go. There you go. So I think Al Heyman has seen where the green is at. That's the only place. Prime. A lot of people say, well, my brother got to go to Prime or go to BLK Prime. Support the black, the industry. We got to help each other. Mm-hmm. But guess what? This is Al Heyman. This is Al Heyman, like they say. Mm. He's about the money. He ain't about the culture. He ain't about the people. We already know that. Homeboy be wearing suits from the 90s. Man. So I'm going to let you know what's going on in the PBC house, Coach. The PBC house, what's going on right now. Now, here's Al Heyman. Now, Floyd, what we going to do, man? We out of money. And here's Floyd Mayweather, Coach. Well, Al, you got to know, I got a plan. Man. Here's Ellaby. Yeah, Floyd. Tell him, Floyd. Tell him. You got to tell him what you told me last night while I was rubbing your head. Okay, enough, Ellaby, enough. Al, I got a plan. You know me. I am the greatest of all time. I'm giving you nothing but money. You got to give me $250 million up front, and I got a plan. It will be the Floyd Mayweather plan. We're going to do exhibitions, and all PBC fighters will be under my pay-per-view account. I'll be pay-per-view undercards, and that's how we're going to make sure that the boat stays afloat. We're going to do 5 pay-per-view events all year next year, and it's going to be the Floyd Mayweather Carnival. What you got to say with that? What you got to say with that, Coach? You think that's going to happen?
I mean, Floyd Mayweather's not an active fighter, and the thing is what they're going to have to do is they got to make the fights, with the other promotional networks. They're going to have to consolidate And you gotta, these fights that are not pay-per-view fights, they can't put them on pay-per-view. You know what I mean? Pay-per-view should be reserved for only the special events. And just because they fight like a Tank Davis or even a Canelo or even a Errol Spence, just because they are fought on pay-per-view before and may have had a good pay-per-view here or a good pay-per-view there, you should be judged on a fight-by-fight basis. So, okay, look, you fought, like I gave earlier, right? Someone like a Hagler, you listen, okay, who you gonna fight? I'm gonna fight John the Beast Mugabe, then I'm gonna fight Sugar Ray Leonard, then I'm gonna fight Roberto Duran, then I'm gonna fight Tommy Hearns, then I'm gonna fight Vito. Like, we gotta keep fighting, you gotta keep, it should be what have you done for me lately? All right, you did great on this, on this fight right here. Now we need you to fight another top guy and another top guy. And, the level of competition, if you want to justify making a certain amount of money, again, I don't care what a fighter make. If you can get $200 million, $300 million, get it. But guess what? When you trying to tell me that you're going to fight a pork chop bone and you say, I'm going to put it on pay-per-view means that you are depending on me, the buying consumer, to pay for this fight. And if I don't deem that this fight is pay-per-view worthy, I shouldn't have to pay for it. And fans should not be shamed for doing that. But I got other calls calling in, D-Block. I'm going to let you wrap it up.
I think this is where Floyd Mayweather and Al Heyman and Showtime fucked up, Coach. When Floyd went up there, he got his comeback fight with Showtime, the first fight, and they fought with Guerrero. I think the pay-per-view numbers were 800,000 pay-per-views. They probably thought they were going to do 1 million. That's what they said. I think that's where they thought they could get anybody in the ring with Floyd, and Floyd was going to sell that fight. Now, you already know that ain't fact. You got to need a good partner. I'm just right about that, Coach. And then you could see at the end of Floyd Mayweather's era, when he fought Berto, it only did 300,000 pay-per-view fights. And that's what you see. They still got stuck on that Floyd Mayweather, I could fight anybody, put anybody in there with pay-per-view, and we're going to be all right. D-Block, D-Town, D-City, D-Ville. Fuck.
Shout out to Aaron Jackson. Shout out to D-Style. D-Style, what's going on, fam? Salute to D-Style. Shout out to my sister Food Revolution, the one Mr. Ham. Shout out to Daryl Alexander. Shout out to JC in the building. Shout out to my man Rick Tim. Rick, what's going on, man? Southside in the building. Shout out to Rick, man. Southside, Deal 87. Shout out to Trap Media USA. Salute to you, fam. Shad 1419. We're going to take a short station identification break. We're going to take a few more calls. And then after that, we're going to get right back into the show and do the wrap-up.
Yep, that's right. I'm running things. Cream corn. That's why they call me that. Smooth. I got more measure for your pleasure. Stick with me, baby. I'll have you farting through silk. And let a nigga mess with me. I'll jump on him. All 93 pounds of pure dynamite.
Caller, what's your name? When you calling from? Hold on. Sorry about that, guys. Caller, what's your name? When you calling from? Okay. Caller, you got to call back, man. I can't hear you, fam. You got to call back. Shout out to Rick Tails in the building, man. Louis James, he said D-Block got exposed for wearing Canelo underwear. He ain't been the same. He say he been the same. Hey, boy, nigga wearing motherfucker. Oh, my Lord. You know what, man? Don't get me started, man. Don't get me started on that. Oh, pussy ass nigga, what's going on, boy? I'm telling you, boy, I'm knock your fuck ass out, boy. Blow for blow, pound for pound, nigga. I got the title, nigga. I'm telling you, boy, for the knock one of you what kind of niggas out. Nigga, I got these hands, nigga. I'm throwing them paws at the nigga for knock your ass down again, nigga. Get your ass back up, nigga. Don't run, nigga. I'm telling you, boy, I want a hold of smoke. Nigga, I'm throwing them paws, nigga. I'm putting them hands on you, nigga. I told you what I'm gonna do to you, nigga. Catch you with the check left hook. Nigga, check left hook, nigga. I told you, boy, pound for pound, nigga. I'm the best. This more action than any Devin Haney fight. Put these paws on you, nigga. I told you, I got your backing up, nigga. I got your backing up. Nigga, watch that check left foot, knock your ass down again, nigga. I'm telling you, boy, it is what it is, nigga. I'm gonna make it do what it do. I'm telling you, boy, we ain't even playing over here, boy. Hey, you know what? I think that fight right there between them two rappers, Hippity and Hoppity, I think the people will pay for that. True. Hey, I'm talking about a good $5.99. I pay a good $5.99, $10 to see that right there, man. You get what I'm saying? I think we'll pay for that. That's action packed. They was throwing hands, they were throwing paws, they was in the pocket with nobody running. You get what I'm saying? I'll pay for that. Hey, Carter, what's your name? Where you calling from?
What up, Coach? This is Marco from the 714.
Marco from the 714. Talk to me.
Coach, let me ask you a question. How did it ever get this bad?
What are you talking about? What you talking about? Which how did what get what bad?
The sport of boxing. How did we ever get to this, to be in this position?
I mean, a lot of the, the things have changed. We're in the streaming era now. People have different ways of consuming content. And then, I think the politics of boxing got in the way, and it kind of lost its way. It forgot that boxing, the essence of boxing, of course it's money, but the essence of boxing is competition. And what makes people excited about the sport is when people get exciting fights. And also, when you make good matchups, and you don't oversaturate the market with non-pay-per-view fights, and you make them pay-per-view, you'll be okay. So it lost its way in that aspect. You get what I'm saying? The business model has to shift a little bit, and you gotta earn the trust back from the boxing fans. The fans ain't stupid. They know, man, look, man, you trying to sell us pork chops and tell us it's filet mignon. Well, this ain't filet mignon, homie. That's one of my favorite steaks. But you get what I'm saying? So it gotta get out of its way. No more wrong side of the street politics, over marinating fights. All that shit got to change, man. You can't do the same thing and expect a different outcome. So.
I remember the 80s, Coach. Purnell, Randall, Whitaker, and my understanding, and it worked like a charm, you had a champion. The champion fought the mandatory. The number 1 fought the number 2. The number 3 fought the number 4. And the winners just kept fighting each other. It was a simple rule, Coach. You win, you fight each other. And we found out who the best is. Now, I don't think the problem so much is that we're overflowing with pay-per-view events. I think it's the quality of those pay-per-view events what really kicks us in the balls, Coach. Because I don't mind paying $80 for a good product.
Yeah, you saying the same thing I'm saying. Yeah, it's the quality. If you don't have the matches matched up right where the top guys are fighting each other, then yeah, of course you putting together poor quality, but you're asking for premium prices.
Right. I mean, like that Mario Barrios and Keith Thurman, that was no pay-per-view. To me, Benavidez and Andrade shouldn't be a pay-per-view. Why? Because that's how you build your fan base. Hey, you know what? I'm going to give you a hell of a fight, and you're not going to pay for it. But guess what? Once Benavidez or once Andrade gets past this fight, guess what? He's going to go up to the big guy. And now, as fans, we even feel more like, okay, you know what? I got to see this guy for free, and I became a fan. Well, let me check out how he does on the next fight. But I think money came and corrupted all, Coach. Once we started with, well, my promoter is bigger than yours and I'm going to get paid more than you, it all went to shit. And at some point, we got to make all these boxing councils accountable for it. Because there's no way you're going to let a fighter hold on your belt and keep it hostage for a year. You get the belt, you fight your mandatory, you might fight a tune-up, and you got to get it moving, Coach. Look at fucking Keith Thurman. I used to be a fan of Keith Thurman, and once he earned that WBC, Coach, to me, he lost all hunger.
All right, I got you, fam. Shout out to Marco 714. Salute. Yeah, it is what it is, man. We'll find out, what the chips fall where they may. It is what it is. I'm not the guy. I'm not going to sit here and complain. I'm like, okay, it is what it is. At the end of the day, I reserve the right to spend my money how I see fit. And if I see something that's worth my money, I'll pay for it. If I see something that's not worth my money, I won't pay for it. It's as simple as that with me. Hold on, guys. We got other cash apps. I got to get to the cash apps. Simple as that. But Carla, hold on. But it needs a mindset shift. It needs a mindset shift. Shout out to Seals. Dropping that quarter of a dub on your boy. He said a little something on hippity, hippity hoppity. I'll say Nick Side Promotion. Yeah, Nick Side Promotions, man. Shout out to Seals. Dropping that half for bam, dub on your boy. He say appreciate the content, fam. Salute. Yes, sir. Salute to you, fam. Thank you so much, brother, for the super chats. For the cash apps. I appreciate that. And I will get to the super chats in a minute. Carla, what's your name when you calling from?
James Lee, Coach.
James Lee, talk to me.
What's going on, man? How you doing today, brother? Great show.
I'm doing fine.
Hey, what I learned, Coach, is, just by sitting back watching society, this is a shit show society, right? So basically, in life, in society right now, shit show is selling everywhere, in every aspect, in sports, and music. It's like everybody likes bullshit, a bunch of drama. Like nobody likes the real anymore.
Like
and I'm gonna give you a prime example.
Like
right?
gimmicks, yep.
You got Devin Haney, right? Great fighter, right? Just fought undisputed fight 3 times, right? Undisputed fight 3 times. And nobody wanted to pay to watch it.
Yeah.
So I really don't think it's the product that's being shown. Like, people love a shit show. Look at the Paul brothers. The Paul brothers are making a mockery of the sport, man. They turn it into sport into WWE. And I'm gonna give you a prime example. Even with like the UFC. Like WWE sells more than the UFC. People like fake shit. People don't like nothing that's real no more, man. It's a society of fake shit, and that's what people love, man.
The Paul brothers, I think they call that influencer boxing. That's guess what? They are ranked in BoxRec. They rank worldwide in BoxRec, and they're ranked in their own country. So, just like any other rankings, you have fighters that's ranked in the top such and such in the U.S. and they have a countrywide ranking, and they have a worldwide ranking as well. The thing is if I go by what Leonard Ellerby says, he says it's about putting butts in seats, and it's about drawing power, and it's about ticket sales, and it's about, man, we do massive pay-per-view numbers. Well, the Paul brothers and Tommy Fury and them, they check all of those boxes. They have a following. They'll draw.
Yeah, pretty much.
They put butts in seats.
And that's basically,
and they selling hell of a pay-per-views when they fight. So,
and that's basically what he's saying.
Yeah.
That's basically what he's saying. Like, I'm gonna give you another example. Like, Floyd didn't start selling until he started making a shit show. And even though he was kicking ass and making a shit show, because Floyd made himself like a villain. You feel me? So he made himself more like a character than just a fighter. If you really look at it, Bob Arum told the man wasn't going to sell shit. The man said, okay, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to have to attract and detract some people. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to have to make people just want to buy this just to see if I'm going to ever lose. Because you had 65% of the people that bought Floyd Mayweather fight because they wanted to see him lose. Just like right now, man's still getting $50 million a match for exhibition. You know what I'm saying? Where they really not fighting, they really not going all out. And fighters that's going all out, risking their lives, they not selling nothing. You know what I'm saying? Thanks for the call, Coach.
All right, shout out to James Lee Sloop, fam. I don't necessarily agree with that. I don't think the fighters who are going all out, risking their lives, not selling anything, I don't think that's it. I think what it is you're making non-pay-per-view. Again, guys, like this is the issue. You can't put every fight on pay-per-view. You can't do that. Everything is not a pay-per-view fight. That's one. Two, these fighters got to stop over-marinating fights. That's another thing. You got to stop over-marinating fights. You got to stop, that's two. Three, you got to stop having a divide in the boxing. You got to stop coming with the wrong side of the street politics. It's not as simple as streaming killed boxing. No, that's not it. Killed Showtime. That's not it. If it was just one thing, it's not as simple as that. You can't ignore all the other mitigating factors that led up to why Showtime is tapping out. You know what I mean? So that's the reality of the situation. Like, it's a combination of a lot of things, fam. It ain't just one thing. But you can't shit on my plate and tell me it's Meatloaf. He's a star. Where he a star at? I heard Calvin Ford say that Esau Cruz is a star. You can't make this shit up. Oh, man, yeah, man, Esau Cruz a star. Where he a star at? Well, you know he's Mexican. So you're telling me just because he's Mexican, that's the only requirement for him to be a star. He's Mexican, so he's a star. Okay, but let's look at all these other Mexican fighters out there that are not stars. True. Look, what made him a star? Well, he went 12 rounds with Tank. That made him a star? Yeah. Okay, but what happened in his last fight? Some would say he lost that last fight. He struggled like hell in that last fight. Like, come on, man. You get what I'm saying? Bro, they're a star because what is the criteria for being a star? Anybody. What's the criteria? He put busted seats. Okay, well, what seats Pitbull putting in? Rolly Romero's a star. Well, shit, you get what I'm saying? Like, this what they selling us. So ain't none of that the problem. It's just that, nah, man, no, come on, man. Listen, bro. Boxing fans ain't stupid. It's a combination of everything. It's not just people want to see a shit show. That ain't it. It's not just streaming. It's a lot of other mitigating factors that are at play here. It's, you know what I mean? So it is what it is. It is what it is. Let's give everybody a round of applause. Yeah, you get what I'm saying, nigga? Like everybody, you got a marketing machine behind you, and you trying to convince the public that somebody's a star. And just because you get an interview with an LA sucker nigga suck nuts at, oh man, hey Rolly, look man, the people love you. You a star. Everybody, like, dude, people looking at you because they look at you as a retard. And I'm not trying to be disrespectful to anyone who may be having mental challenges. As you can see, I have a serious look on my face. I'm not joking. But dude, that dude is looked upon as a mockery. He ain't no damn star. He has a shit skill set. Boxing wise, he trash. And so just because you fought Tank Davis, that made you a star? Just because you are a troll on Instagram, that made you a star? Come on, man. Like y'all just gonna ignore all of that? You just gonna ignore all of that? Oh man, you on the wrong side of the street. Oh man, 6'4", 730, 820, tell where we get. You get what I'm saying? Like, okay. You gonna ignore this. You gonna hold on, let's get the super chats out of the way. Shout out to Mr. Guanacardo. Hey, okay. Dropping a quarter of a dub on your boy. He said, hey, Coach, I need some fruit of the loom with your face and True Media logo for a friend. Yeah, man, I don't play like that, fam. Shout out to Mr. Guanacardo, man. Salute to you, though, my brother. Shout out to Robin V. Hey, okay. For dropping that quarter of a dub on your boy. He said D-Block bit off. He said D-Block bit off you impersonating Floyd. He said better not sell any undies merchandise, Coach. Man, you know what? No comment. Shout out to OP Gamer. Hey, okay. For dropping that. Bam, dub on your boy. Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy. He said, Coach, I'm in a bad spot. That was me falling out. He said, ring size got to be 77 by 77 stickers everywhere. Fighters slipping and breaking ankles. Too much to type regarding the topic. B-Hop went on Rogan and blew that whistle, man. Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, I haven't heard the interview. I haven't heard that interview, man. But yeah, man, it is what it is, man. I think it's just a combination of things, guys. It's not just one thing. It is what it is. Yeah, man, some things just not worth even mentioning. Some things just not even worth repeating. So it is what it is, man. Once again, it's on our boy Coach Malachi Williams. Y'all know what time it is. We're going to give a shout out to everyone who called the show. Shout out to Roach. True. Shout out to Roach. Hey, okay. From Houston. Shout out to Martin from Old Town. Hey, okay. Shout out to D-Block from Dallas, Texas 2 times. Hey, okay. Shout out to Coach Eddie from the ATL. Hey, okay. Shout out to Steven from New York. Hey, okay. Shout out to Curtis from Long Beach. Hey, okay. Shout out to Jamie from New York. Hey, okay. Shout out to $1 Trillion Dreams from Detroit. D-Town stand up. Shout out to Big T from Kansas City. Shout out to Martin King Boxing from Vermont. Shout out to my man Ron Boy Fresh from DC. Shout out to Troy Graham from B-More. Shout out to Jared from B-More. Shout out to Yarmans from Brooklyn. Shout out to Swat Jones from Fort Worth. Shout out to Marco from the 714. Shout out to James Lee from B-More. And you know we got to give a shout out, man, to everyone who gave a cash out in the super chat. Shout out to the cash appers. Shout out to the cash appers. We have quite a few. Shout out to Seals. 2 times. Shout out to Mike from West Texas. Shout out to Justin Watson. And shout out to Ruben Allen. Salute to you guys. Also, hold on, we got another cash out. Got another cash out that just popped up. Let me see. Look like we have another cash out that just popped up while I was calling this one out. Okay, cool. Shout out to Seals again. Salute to you, fams. Let's get to the cash appers. Everyone who gave a super chat, let's get to them. Shout out to OP Gamer. Shout out to Robin B. Shout out to Mr. Juan Carlo. Shout out to Nigel Hines. Shout out to Martin King Boxing. Shout out to Boxing Gym. Salute, fam. Shout out to the Opinion Sports Show. Shout out to Abdul Wakil. Shout out to Juan Delgado. Salute to you, fam. What you say, fam? I didn't get your super chat earlier. He said, Coach, did Rick ever post the real pay-per-view numbers for Canelo Charlo? Yeah, Rick said it did 580,000 pay-per-view buys. Shout out to Jonathan. Shout out to RP Baller. Shout out to I Am Your Leader. Shout out to Mr. Calderon, Novienta Tres. Shout out to Elfino. Shout out to C. Urban. That's the brother. C. Urban said that he didn't like the content. He said I'm starting to sound like Fag 9. C. Urban, unsubscribe and don't come back over here no more. Simple as that. Nigga, I won't miss you. Shout out to Leonardo. And shout out to Brian. I mean, it's simple. If you don't like the content, don't watch it. I tell a motherfucker time and time again, this is a democracy. This is free. This is free will. If you freely came over here, just like you freely came over here, if you don't like what you hear, you can freely leave. We're not going to miss you. We on our way to 30,000. I'm not going to cry over no nigga who complaining about the content. If you don't like it, nigga, don't watch it. Go back and watch what you like. True. Shit, we ain't pandering to no niggas over here. Shit, if you don't like it, nigga, leave. Give a fuck about you. Anyways, once again, this song is our boy Coach Malachi Williams. We gonna make it do what it do, man. Let's go ahead and represent one time. Bob M. Shout out to my dog Booger Ray. I'm glad Booger Ray is here. Booger Ray is here. I'm glad that Booger Ray is here.
We were at dinner one night, and I got a call that there was a disturbance in my gym. And Floyd apparently had asked us not to do a fight in October, but to do it in December after James Prince's contract with him had run out. Well, the disturbance in my gym was that some people came over with or without the knowledge of James Prince and proceeded to break a couple of heads of people in Mayweather's camp with baseball bats. And so the gym was splattered with blood. And Floyd came to my office the next day and he said, Prince wants his money from the fight that's coming up. So I said to Floyd, fine, if that's what you want, I'll write him a letter of credit. And Floyd said to me, Prince don't do no letters of credit. You better send the cash. So I wrote a check and I made a contract with Prince's lawyer, and he got paid the money that said he was entitled to as Floyd's manager.
Hey, you know that look on Booger Ray Leonard's face tells the story. Shout out to Mr. Juan Carlo. We're dropping that quarter of a dub on your boy. He said they should pay minimum, then giving a bonus for extra effort to motivate to fight more. Whatever, Juan Carlo, whatever they need to do in order to make it a little bit more competitive and stuff like that. Again, bruh, over marinating fights, wrong side of the street politics, refusing to fight certain fights, making non-pay-per-view fights and putting them on pay-per-view. You cannot tell me that helped boxing. You get what I'm saying? You can't tell me that that's what helped, that helped boxing a lot. Well, if that's the case, then what Showtime going out of business. You can't tell me that helped boxing. So it is what it is. But I don't. You know what? Now that I think about it, I don't want to be cynical here or be pessimistic. But I don't see anything changing. I think that I don't see anything changing. I think it's going to stay the way it's going to stay. And boxing is going to continue to eat itself up until we get to the point to where it has to do a reset. And I don't think it's at that reset point yet, but it's going to continue to do the same thing. It's going to be the same thing. Nothing is going to change. I'm not optimistic about the future, to be fair. Especially if PPC go to the Amazon Prime, it's going to be the same shit, in my opinion. Nothing is really going to change. How does this affect Crawford Spence fight? I don't know where they're going to fight at. I have no idea. I don't even think they know where they're going to fight at. And how is this going to affect Canelo future fights? He has 2 more fights over there. Where is he going to fight at? I have no idea. None of us really know. So we'll find out what this network change, how is this going to change everything. Like, especially for those 2 fights that's coming up. They say Tank fighting in February next year. Where is he going to fight at? Is it going to be Optimus Prime? Is it going to be BOK Prime? Is it going to be Amazon Prime? Or will they be fighting over here at Nick Sack Promotions? If they want to fight at Nick Sack Promotions, they can. We'll be over here. But you can't tell me talk like this hasn't hurt boxing.
Don't ask me about Crawford, because that motherfucker ain't in my division. Like, we talking about a 147 pounder that was a 140 pounder. We need to fucking compromise. I get it. He won the undisputed, right? At 147 and 140. This shit is different when they get down to 147. How y'all want him to fight me? How are we talking about somebody that ain't even fought in the division? How do he just jump from there to there? Like, what connection do he got to this world?
Do you get what I'm saying? Like, you can't tell me, it's a lot of stuff. It's a lot of stuff, bro. It's a lot of stuff. Like this, so y'all remember this? Like 5 years, this is what we was hearing.
I know you once said, hey, look, if we fight, it's going to be either 70-30, 80-20. Was that?
Man, I was. When
I said posturing, or what was that?
When did I say that?
That was.
Yeah, I said it on my girl Instagram. Yeah. What's going? But I was playing. Man, nobody taking no 80-20, 70-30. Yeah, I was playing. I was like, because I was like, it's gonna be 60-40, and I was like. Yeah, he keep playing crazy. It's gonna be 70-30 or 80-20. But yeah, I was playing. Like I wasn't serious about that, man. Like people can't take jokes.
You get what I'm saying? Like you can't hate on the Paul brothers. You can't hate on Tommy Fury, whatever the case may be. Tommy Fury and Jake Paul and Logan Paul, they are giving their fans what they want. In a streaming era. They just did 1.3 million pay-per-view buys in a streaming era. So even though people are streaming, they will still buy the product if it's something that has a demand and it's something that they want. If you putting on fights that's not a demand and people don't want it, then of course that's definitely going to hurt it. If you're promoting this one guy's being a killer and the fans are demanding, okay, I want to see this killer fight, fight a Lomachenko, fight a Devin Haney, fight a Shakur, fight a Crawford, fight a Boots, fight a Spence, fight a Fury, fight a Usyk. If the fans are demanding that, and you say, no, man, no fighters got to marinate it, and we ain't, and no fighters, they don't bring that to the table, and this and that, but you justified your fighter fighting a pork chop and putting it on pay-per-view, you trying to tell me that helped the sport?
Me, the fans, we feeling like you not getting the best fights you supposed to. Mm-hmm. But we know Tank can fight anybody. Mm-hmm. Why is that? For me, we want to see you fight Lomachenko. Mm-hmm. We want to see you fight Devin Haney, Teofimo Lopez, motherfucking all the top who they say is the 4 horsemen and they anywhere around your weight class. We want to see it happen. When we gonna see it happen?
I'm not sure. I ain't got
that's
nothing to do. That was real shit.
That's some real shit.
I don't know. That's like.
How many times you don't went in there and said, I want these niggas, man?
To be honest, I ain't never said.
Oh, I'm pretty sure that helped boxing a lot.
I want to thank the whole hood who came out here. I love y'all. I did this for the hood. Y'all know I beat that boy.
Man, it is what it is, man. They got to tell the truth and shame the devil, bro.
Don't ever come by here. Okay?
You know, Booger Ray Leonard, he's a masterful businessman. I'm pretty sure his business model really helped the sport as well.
And who's the next big star under Mayweather Promotions? Ooh, we have quite a few young guns, as I say, you know, and I don't want to leave any names out, but we have a great roster of young talent, and we've been very selective about what we're doing, you know, again, because when you have, you know, an abundance of fighters, it's hard to kind of focus on. When a big fight is to be made, it has to make sense for both sides. No promoter or company is going to put their guy in an event with everything to lose and nothing to gain, especially when we talk about this. You know what I'm saying? Interesting.
Yeah, man, I get it, fam. I get it.
You sound like a bitch. Bitch. Man, I ain't worried about jail. Shit, man, I don't give a damn about going to jail. Nigga, take me to jail.
Take me to jail?
Shit, lock me up.
Lock me up.
Throw away the key.
Throw away the key.
Man, the people ain't stupid, man.
But when you are put in a certain position, he should be he's able to, like me. You know, when I was in a position, I can pick and choose who I want to, because I earned that right.
You get what I'm saying? So listen, we lock these niggas in the room. How much you want? I'm keep one-time Thurman. I want $7 million. I want $7 million to fight Coach. You know what I mean? Nah, hold on now. You ain't getting no $7 million to fight Coach. Well, I tell you what, I ain't gonna fight then. Well, you ain't fought in almost 2 years. So if you want $7 million to fight Coach, we need to work this out, because the people want to see you fight. It's not gonna be on pay-per-view. Well, I'm finna walk out the building.
Sit your $5 ass down before I make change.
Yeah, sit your ass down before I make change. You get what I'm saying? Hey, listen. When they coming in there demanding all this crazy money, but then they don't want to fight nobody for the money, we got to pull a red and a 5 heartbeats.
I need to talk to you right now about my royalties and how you keep your books. My office hours are from 9 to 5. Fuck your office hours. I need to talk to you right now, motherfucker.
You get what I'm saying? It's too much. It's just too much moisture. Like, I can't, again, I'm not mad at Jake Paul and Logan Paul. They are giving their fans what they want. Logan Paul and Jake Paul and Tommy Fury, they not over-marinating fights. They ain't talking about you on the wrong side of the street. You know what I mean? They ain't talking about, I'm a bigger star than you. Even though they do be saying that, but they be, I'm a star. They ain't doing that. They giving their fan base what they want. I think boxing fans, these real boxers, they need to start giving their fans what they want.
Yes. Yes. Surprise. You gay. That's not all. Go in there. Yes. Yes. It is warm. Yes. I love you. Just because.
Hey, listen, you be asking somebody, dude, okay, look here, how much you want? Okay, good, I don't got no problem getting that money, but I need you to fight Gorilla Monsoon. Are you willing to get in the ring to fight Gorilla Monsoon? I don't know, that's kind of tough there, man. Why y'all want me to fight him? Look, dog, you want this money, you're going to have to justify this money by fighting the top guy. Are you going to fight the dude or what?
And I want you to hold on to God's unchanging hand, because he helped Joshua fight the battle of Jericho. Yes. He helped Daniel get out the lion's den. He helped Gilligan get off the island. Lord.
If the Lord can help Gilligan get off the island, surely we can get these dudes to fight each other, get the fans what they want. Hopefully the sport can become more consolidated. I doubt it. Ain't shit gonna change it, but I'm telling you, dog, ain't shit gonna change. I ain't got no hope for it. It is what it is. I'm just gonna take it how it is, but it ain't shit gonna change. But these niggas ain't gonna do that.
I plead the fifth. I plead the fifth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Anything you say, 5. Go ahead, ask me a question. Did you? 5.
I don't mean to be a Debbie Downer, but it ain't gonna happen, bro. Shout out. Listen, man, you ain't gotta like it, man, but they better respect it.
Nigga, when my name come up, respect it. Let's go. Stop playing with my fucking name. All 3 of y'all, stop playing with my name. I ain't gonna say it no more. Put some respect on my name.
Showtime is going out of business, and I don't want to thank nobody else but my Lord and Savior, the greatest man, greatest human being on the planet Earth. Of course, I'm being facetious, Mr. Al Heyman.
Well, you know, I guess I gotta be like everybody else and saying Al Heyman. I can quit my job now, baby. 6 figures, baby. You feel me? I'm about to
But a name. Do you have a name?
Oh, nah, I ain't got no name, you know.
Name them names, man.
They know who they is.
Name them names, please. The names need to be named.
They know who they is.
The Mexican monster.
Boy, listen, this for any fighter that's talking duck language in 2024. If you a fighter and you saying call Al, if you saying you on the wrong side of the street, if you saying you ain't a draw, if you saying a big fight with a top name competitor is not a big fight, but you justifying your fighter fighting a whole head cheese sandwich, this is for you.
Look, fuck you, fuck the plane you flew in on, fuck them shoes, fuck the socks with the bell on it, fuck them cheap ass cigars, fuck your yuck mouth teeth, fuck your hairpiece, fuck your chocolate, fuck Guy Ritchie, fuck Prince William, fuck the Queen. This is America. My president is black and my Lambo is blue, nigga. Now get the fuck out my hotel room. And if I see you in the street, I'm slapping the shit out of you.
Shout out to Gloria Day, man, and the fabulous Set Trip.
Gloria Day and the Set Trips.
These niggas don't play. These niggas don't play.
We don't play.
You ain't heard they be tripping.
We be tripping.
So they swerving on.
We swerve on.
No faking and no snitching. And repping hard for the set. Oh, mamas, it ain't no lie. Because niggas gonna bust.
Niggas gonna bust.
Hold on, guys. Riverview, hold on, guys. I got somebody sending me a. Yeah, man, it is what it is, man. I got to call it the way I see it, man. So we're going to see what time it is, man. Shout out to all of the sisters, man. You know we got to give a shout out to the lovely ladies. Shout out to Goddess. Shout out to Mo Easy. Shout out to Felicia Williams. Shout out to Bree. Shout out to the lovely Amina. Shout out to Tila. Shout out to Lita. Shout out to Berenice Mendez. Shout out to Phil on the Tube. Shout out to Miss Connie. Shout out to Mimi 24. Shout out to Ebony 76. Shout out to Kiki. Shout out to Letitia. Shout out to the Duchess of Wisdom. Shout out to Green Eyes P. Shout out to Food Revolution. Shout out to Nick Rich. Shout out to La Jessica. Shout out to Miss Sheila Jackson and the other Sheila as well. Shout out to Jackie Hernandez. Shout out to Bless 365. Shout out to Elena. Shout out to Passion for Beauty. Shout out to Lisa Bells. Shout out to Summer in November. And shout out to Abigail. And shout out to all of the brothers, man, in the chat, man. Shout out to Swat Jones. Shout out to D Block. Shout out to Rick Timms. Shout out to I Am Cam Edwards. Shout out to Legacy Mindset, OP Gamer, Sure Shot. Shout out to Darnell. Shout out to T Seals from the ATL. JC in the building. School of X-Man. Shout out to Jamie Rivera. Shout out to Pugilism. Shout out to who else we have? The Natural. Shout out to Corey Bradley. The One Mr. Ham. Shout out to my brother Rick Timms again. Salute to MK Productions. Shout out to RDR. Salute DL87. Corey Pete. Shout out to Flex BK. Shout out to Robin V. Shout out to I think that's everybody I see at the bottom. Oh yeah, Knockdown 305. Shout out to my sister Summer in November as well. Once again, it's on, man. Y'all know what time of TI is. We're going to make it do what it do. We're going to make it crack a lack. And you know what, man? Today is Wednesday. We always do this on Fridays. But fuck it, let's just do it today, too. once again, it's on, man. I see you guys tomorrow. I got a video we dropping tomorrow, and I have we doing a show tomorrow. The video gonna be fire, and the show gonna be damn good. We're gonna have blood boxing on. See you guys tomorrow at 3 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Be on the lookout. Please sign up for the newsletter. The newsletter will give you notifications from me directly from my phone, letting you know, guys, hey, listen, when I go live or when I drop a video or have a new merch line that's coming out, you'll receive an email or a text message from me letting you know that a new video is out and the show is out. So please sign up for the newsletter and become a member of the show. Once again, it's on. Shout out to all of the members. Shout out to all of the moderators as well. Much love to everybody in the chat. Hate, like, share, and subscribe. See you guys tomorrow at 3 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. You know my motto, don't meet me there, beat me there. Peace.
Man, I'm out of here, bro. Let's go.